Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. What happened? There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh, hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby.
I did not say that he was right. No word did I say that was right. I literally just said that's on the NBA. But I'm telling you, if you know for a fact that the way he handled it, obviously the reaction is going to be on the person who put their hands on the other, not on the person who said something. That's why I said if you're going to handle it, then handle it properly. You don't sit up there and be in the at the end of the game, middle of the game. It don't matter. You are on national television. It looks bad on you, not on the person who said anything. So you got to control your emotions. I'm not saying the dude was right. Nothing about that was right. But if you're going to whoop somebody's ass, whoop their ass in private. So one, you can keep doing what you're doing. Because like, hey, homie, see me after the game at the parking lot. Because me and you need to have a conversation. Because what we not about to do, I'm not finna fuck up my bag for you. But I will beat your ass after this game. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm not finna lose my money or my spot over you. I'm just not. I'm not saying that he's right. Because I wouldn't want to be called no bitch neither. But you got to learn how to control yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes when you buy the ticket,
okay, then well your ticket is on at home. Yeah. That's why he's sitting at home watching it on the game on TV, and the nigga who called him a bitch is on the damn bench waiting to get in. Okay? Hey, I'm just saying. I get it. All right. Sorry, I was talking to my brother. Anyways, the show has begun. I'm 4 minutes in, so I'll give y'all 2 minutes. So let's see. 10, 15, that means Donnie was here first. Okay, so Donnie's top commenter of the day. I don't know who he calling a musty bitch, but he definitely not talking to me. I put on double the deodorant today. I'm not playing with you. I hit you twice. 48-hour spray and the stick. I don't play that shit. I don't know. He said musty bitches to the back. Nurse. I was like, he definitely
no attitude, nurse. No attitude, because nurse.
He definitely not talking about me, baby.
Your mouth nurse.
Nurse.
Don't talk like that. That's ugly.
Kenny.
That's ugly. And tell me what you said about pressing down at the comedy thing.
Get out. Go downstairs and go to bed. You gotta go to work tomorrow. Get out. You bring me that controller and get ready for bed. Had to clear this house out. Kitty was top commenter number 2 of the night. So congrats to Kenny. And then we got Brandy. It was top commenter number 3. So shout out to everybody who's top commenters of the day. Okay, appreciate y'all coming in as always. And of course, we got the regulars. Aaliyah, hello. Hey, Kayla's here. How you doing? Now, if y'all wondering what I was talking to my brother about, I was talking to my brother. And we was watching the game. The Minnesota Timberwolves are up there. Is it what was? Who is it? Rudy Gobert?
Yeah.
And who's the other boy?
Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert got into it. Now these two dudes are teammates. They was on the sidelines having a conversation. They got a little heated. Kyle Anderson called Rudy Gobert a bitch, and Rudy Gobert didn't like that shit, so he swung on the dude. Rudy Gobert is the one who got suspended, while Kyle Anderson is still sitting on the bench. Now my brother feel like Rudy Gobert was well within his right to hit him in his shit. Me personally, I feel like you got to learn how to control yourself. A lot of people are going to say a lot of things to you and about you. That's not something that you can control, but you can control yourself and how you react to what people say. Now, my thing is this. If you didn't like what he said and what he said was that offensive, you do not attack a person physically on national television where one is documented. They can see what you did. Okay. Number 2, it doesn't matter what he said. He could have said your mama dead and I hope they burning her ass over in her grave right now. It don't matter. At the end of the day, you were the aggressor. You are going to be the one who is chastised. You are to be the one who's punished. Okay. That's just the way that it is. So you have to learn how to be a little bit more reserved and a little bit more tactful than that. The reality is this man said what he said to him. So instead of acting a damn fool on the court, damn, LeBron, you ain't have to shine on him like that. You could have just waited until the game was over. Y'all went to the locker room and you checked his ass in the locker room. Okay? That's what I was telling him. But my brother Chris said, no, sometimes you got to check a nigga right now. I'm like, then fine. Your ass going to be in jail a lot. That's all I can tell you. That's what's going to be happening. You're going to get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's basketball. She said sports, probably b-ball. Kenny still did. Yes, it was. It was basketball, Brandy. Don said, nah, I just let out the nastiest cackle. Your brother is wild. He ignorant. That's why I don't let him be on here, because he's stupid. Okay? Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that in public. 2 other teams got into it the same night, I think. What other teams got into it?
I can't remember.
I have to ask Jared, because he be the expert. I don't know shit about basketball. Anyway, since I don't know nothing about basketball, what I do know about is wrestling, we're going to get into it. Okay, so we're going to shuffle this around a little bit because I just don't feel like having a conversation about everything in order. So we're going to talk about this bitch first because I don't like her. Okay, Cora Jades brought her ass out there. She was boring. I mean, everybody was out there talking about, damn, they out there with, they going in the paint on them, Jared. They going in the paint on them. Now, Cora Jade was out there. He said, I have to agree. People get riled up at the wrong time. Good bias aside, Cora ate the girls up. I ain't pay Cora no mind. I had Cora on mute because Cora say a lot of shit, and I don't care. I didn't hear nothing she said. I don't really care to know what she said. And Lyra came out there and cut her off and was just like, you don't went off on everybody. You just said what you said, but she said every time, basically, she said when it comes to you just jealous because you wasn't one of the girls. You wasn't one of the girls in the match. You wasn't one of the women. Cora said the same shit that Grayson Waller been saying, Tiffany Stratton been saying, and Zoe been saying, and the rest of them been saying. I run NXT. I'm the face of NXT. Nobody can touch me. When every sense of the word. The only one who's been able to not be beaten since they've come back is Tiffany Stratton. Okay, let's just keep that clear. Now, Cora went off on everybody in the match. Lyra came out there and was just like, it sounded like you're jealous, bitch, because you wasn't the one out there. She was like, you ain't been out there, you running from every fight that you get into, but you love attacking people from behind. They had some exchange of words. Cora slapped the girl. Cora slapped her, and then Lyra kicked her twice in the head. And then Cora ran out the ring covering them titties. Cora ran out the ring. Cora ran out the ring and had her hands crossed over them new titties. She covered them. She was like, Lord, I just got them. Oh, shit. Now, to her credit, that was her closing statement, but that wasn't the whole promo. Well, she shouldn't have had them out there. Shit, you gonna get kicked in them titties a lot. Shit, put a damn chest plate on, bitch. The fuck, your ass is standing out there. Lean right so you don't get kicked in the titties. Okay? Cora had her arms crossed over them titties like, ain't nothing like a paraphrase. Oh, I new titties. Oh, she had them coveted. If y'all don't know what song that is, y'all need to go back to Mario's 18. Okay, that was a good album. It was an album. It was a song called Nike's Fresh Out the Box on that album. I love that song. Gotta have her like Nike's Fresh Out the Box. Hey, everybody wanna know her name. I love that song. Anyway, so fuck ass Cora was out there. She talked her shit, and then Lyra kicked her in the shit, and that was the end of that. Okay, she ended up running around pointing and shit like she always do, which I'm gonna need for you to do something else, Cora. I find that it's a lot of mean girls running around, and what's irritating me is that y'all just different versions of a mean girl, which to me is not creative at all. That does nothing for me. I like Lyra, I like Isla Dawn, and I like Alba Fire. Their heels, they work as heels, but they have different aesthetics. And even though they're a tag team, they still give you a heel aesthetic. What is that? You don't hear that beeping? Something is smoking. What is that? Huh? Because it was one of the smoke alarms was beeping. Anyways, if he hadn't moved and it was something that was making a noise, you'd be upset too. We went down there because I sent them down there. They said it was his phone. I mean, she. I didn't hear what she said. I don't care to. But if Don say she ate him up, then good for her, I guess. It makes no never mind to me. Ew. Anyways, let's move on. So Duke Hudson had his ceremony today. For whatever reason, he he was given his just due because he was able to get Chase U to a W. This is a big win for him. It was a big old thing for Chase U, and they really, really, wanted to honor Duke Hudson because of that. This celebration was interrupted by Braun Breaker. I'm not quite understanding why Braun Breaker interrupted this either. Maybe somebody else can help me out with that, but I'm not quite understanding. I don't understand exactly what. Somebody in the comments help me understand what Braun Breaker was doing out there, other than him hitting Chase U with a spear, Andre Chase with a spear, and then Duke Hudson running and protecting his trophy and leaving Andre Chase to get taken out. Thea was the only one who stayed in there. Everybody else left. Like, I mean, can somebody help me figure this out? Because I thought that Braun was gonna be on Carmelo soon. Obviously, like, I mean, he took the microphone, but I had it up, and he didn't really say anything. I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are you here? Why are you here, babe? Okay, so everybody said they didn't know. No idea. I mean, I thought I was missing something. I was like, maybe somebody in the comments can help me understand. Even Kayla was like, I don't know. They ain't really say. I guess he just needed to be played somewhere tonight, and that was it. I mean, I guess that's dead as it's supposed to be after Mania. I mean, sure. I don't fucking know. I mean, that was an odd placement for Braun Breaker to be in. You know, I would have expected him to attack somebody like Dragon Lee, Ilya Dragunov, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, whatever's good for you. Hey Sasha, how are you? Okay, so that happened. He was just basically like any other threat to Chase U. I mean, is he? Like, I mean, sure. Okay. Now in this match, I am not gonna lie. I actually really like this match, except for the ending. Between these four women, they all performed exceptionally well in this match. Kiana looked great. Isla looked great. Alba looked great. Fallon looked great. Everybody performed effectively in this match. And I really like this match. This was my favorite match of the night, except for the ending. But because of that Fatal 4-Way, which I really liked, I put the Fatal 4-Way tonight over this match. But this match right here was pretty fucking good. It was so well done. The problem I had was the end. So Brooks came out there, if that's his name. I'm gonna call him Mullet Dude since I can't seem to get his name right. Mullet Dude came out there and decided to give fuck ass Kiana her bag, or give it to Fallon for Fallon to use. He's the one who caused the distraction and cost them the match. He claimed he didn't want to be out there because Kiana told him that he said he didn't want to be around them. All right, bet. He goes out there. He comes out there towards the end of the match while Kiana's laid out. Fallon's in the ring. Everybody's laid out. The referee turns around and sees him in the ring with the bag and throws him out. Fallon ends up getting caught with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire's finisher, and they end up losing because of him. Had he had just stayed his ass in the back, if Fallon and Kiana lost on their own accord, fine. I wouldn't have had no issues with it. But Fallon was doing what she was supposed to do throughout this whole match. I was so upset because he didn't have to interfere. And then what really pissed me off is while Fallon was laid out, Kiana could have saved the damn match, but she decided to stay in Brooks' arms, laid out, holding her head like she was so hurt. He asking her if she okay. I'm like, damn, if that's what a kiss can do to a man, Jesus, when you get some, bruh. Because not only did he cost them the match, he pushed Briggs on the floor. Literally pushed him. The dude's like, hey man, don't get involved. Get out of their business. And then he just pushes him on the floor. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Have you lost your fucking mind? He cost them girls that match. Now, they was whooping Alba and Isla Dawn's ass this match. They had them. They had them. If a kiss is all it take for you to be like that, I can about imagine what you're going to be like when you actually get some. I could just about imagine. Because y'all are some weirdos. Weird. It was very, very good. They got Michael Conley?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Don said like he would say it was full of crap. Like it really didn't give nothing. Oh, Jesus. An incredible match with them girls. It was very good. But my man looked good in all black and insulting the crowd, which they are scumbags. And I was like, I fucking ew. Kayla, you on your own with that one. You are on your own. Jensen pissed me off because stop being such a simp. Kayla, you're simping on Maine. And I'm not ashamed of it, Aaliyah. Okay. Live your best life. Live your best life. Gain some decorum. Do it on a secret account or Finster. Aaliyah ain't shit. Anyways, Jensen shouldn't have got involved in the first time. Yeah, no, let me be great, Aaliyah. Trust me, a kid can do that to me. Uh-huh. Okay. Wow. Whose man's is this? Babes, I don't know. But at least I'm not a simp like Jensen. Dude, find somewhere else to play. I like this match. I don't know. I don't care. Not giving it no more attention. Now, the girls A, in this match, we had Sol Ruka going up against Tiffany Stratton. I don't feel like Sol Ruka should have lost to Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany has been winning matches since she got back, which great for her. But at some point, like Sol Ruka hasn't been on a full on, unbeatable streak. So Ruka has lost matches, and quite frankly, Tiffany Stratton could use a little bit of humble pie, in my opinion. And I like Sol Ruka better just as an athlete, not specifically in terms of their style of wrestling, but I just find Sol to be more entertaining wrestling wise. And I felt like in this particular match, Tiffany definitely could have used a little bit of humble pie. In my opinion, she should have lost to Sol in this particular match. Agreed. So Ruka with the hookah should have won this. If it was a feud, I'd understand. I don't think they're gonna revisit it. So Tiffany won the match, and I'm just over it. The way they're booking Tiffany, she hasn't lost since she came back, as far as I know. And obviously, she would have been the next person in line to ask for to get that championship. And I just feel like after the amount of time that they've spent with her winning matches, and then I don't know, it's a weird booking for Tiffany Stratton. She said, "You think if I put this chat on subscriber only, the fake's gonna get exposed?" Yeah, yeah, because only the subscribers will be able to chat in here, so they won't be able to say anything. Or it'll show that they're not a subscriber. It'll say non-subscriber or some shit like that. Because I'm not looking at it on YouTube. I'm looking at it through StreamYard. I'm just, I don't know. I'm indifferent about it. If Tiffany was like the next in line the to be the next challenger for Indy's belt, then I would understand that. But it seems like they're putting Cora, Tiffany, Lyra, all of them in this like melting pot, and then they'll decide, I guess, who's going to be the next contender. But like until that day, like I mean, oh, he kicked at him.
Did he step over him? What happened?
No. Where's the remote? Hold on, y'all. She said, let's test it. Okay. She is. Not a grown man kicking. Did he bicycle kick? No, that he was on the ground, and for whatever reason he kicked at him when he was on the ground after they got ready to. He got hit, like he fell from the foul. It looked like, and the dude said something he ain't like, so he kicked at him.
Oh, that's the Edwards was talking shit.
Like... Edwards looked down at him and said something, and the dude was kicking at him, and they was trying to break it up or whatever. Anyways,
so he goes, he got the block, he fall.
That look like goaltending to me.
Okay, so y'all, they still ain't show exactly what happened.
That's what happened.
Oh, okay. I guess he ain't like he trying to step over him. I don't know.
Okay. I like that everybody is gunning for the champ, especially the top girls. That's how it's supposed to be. That's not what I'm talking about. That part I don't have an issue with. I don't have an issue with them going after Indy. You know what I'm saying? That's fine by me. That whole everybody going after her and everybody making a beeline for her, that's fine. It did exactly the same thing with the men. So I don't have no issues with that. My problem is not with that specifically. My problem is with Tiffany Stratton and her booking. Like I said, everybody has to suffer a loss at some point. And I feel like Sol Ruka could have taken that and added that to that. If they're not going to do anything specific with Sol Ruka, that's fine. I can understand why Stratton won over Sol, but all they had was a minor interaction outside the PC, and then they ended up having a match. And then Tiffany Stratton won, and it's just like, okay, good for Tiffany. Like Tiffany's been winning this whole fucking time. Mix it up, make it something, make it worthwhile. Because while the match was decent, it was a good match. It doesn't do anything for Sol Ruka, and it doesn't push Tiffany any closer to the title than she already was. In my opinion, she was already one of the front runners to challenge for the championship. Her beating Sol didn't do anything for her to push her further to the forefront. And yeah, keep her at the top. But to me, like I said, everybody has to suffer a loss at some point. You could have said all of that in one comment in the box. You typed that 4 different things. That was a waste of time. Anyways, So we had a fatal 4-way match. Before that match, we had Ilya Dragunov going up against Von Wagner. Von Wagner lost. Therefore, Robert Stone is no longer Von Wagner's my back manager. He's no longer his manager. So Robert Stone is a free agent. We'll see where Robert Stone goes from here. Okay. Now, moving into another match that happened before this fatal 4-way, we had Gallus' Joe Coffey going up against the newcomer Tank, who had been hanging around Hank. Now, listen, I feel like they should make Tank and Hank a tag team. I really think they should make them a tag team. I feel like they would work well together. I think they would be a good tag team. It'd be fun to have two big guys as a tag team. I think that's really, really interesting, and that would work out really nicely. Another thing that we got before the boys started fighting was we got to see who was it? Oh, we got a couple things. So there was some backstage stuff. Scripps is still doubling down on exposing Axiom, which probably means we're going to have a mass versus mass match at some point, which I hope Scripps is the one who loses his mask, because I really can't stand Scripps. I find him to be very weird. Now, NXT Anonymous is out here telling everybody's business, okay? NXT Anonymous went and was watching Tony D'Angelo and the Underboss. They kidnapped one half of Pretty Deadly, threw him in the trunk, and drove off. Now, of course, they was in the back talking to Roxanne. Roxanne got into it with Zoe. So there's a match set up next week for Zoe and Roxanne to compete against each other. Tony D and them was talking to Roxanne, congratulating her and telling her how great she did at Stand and Deliver. Even though she came up short, they know she gonna go and kill it and try to get herself back at the top, which Roxanne agreed, okay? But while they was talking to Zoe, trying to, dig at Zoe, Pretty Deadly came and attacked them again. They beat their ass. Pretty Deadly beat their ass, and they cut their shit up. They took box cutters and cut up Stax's coat, put holes in Tony D'Angelo's hat. Baby, they went savage on them holes. They was upset, honey. They cut their shit up, okay? So you keep saying. You keep going on about a ranking system. In my opinion, the ranking system, it just ain't going to work because they're not going to adhere to the ranking system. So it doesn't make sense to implement it when they're not going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, AEW barely adhere to their own ranking.
They did in the beginning. But because CM Punk, they went away from it. That would make everything more understandable instead of trying to figure out why. I'm really not trying to figure out why or any of them are going after Indy. Like I said, I don't have an issue with any of them challenging Indy or going after her. As I'm not a fan of Tiffany, but I can respect Tiffany's game, like her hustle. The girl came back, been on a winning streak. She rightfully is owed an opportunity at the championship. I am not even near that. So that's not even what I was talking about. I was talking about the match with Sol Ruka specifically. That's what I was focusing on. I wasn't talking about anything about Tiffany being number one or going up to her. I mentioned that because I felt like if she's going to be the next number one contender, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but that has not been revealed yet. So to me, half of those girls that we've seen, like Zoe lost just last week to Indy, so she's out. She's obviously not in the running to get that championship from anybody. But it's not like Sol Ruka lost to Indy. I mean, it's not like Tiffany was losing to Indy Hartwell. You get what I'm saying? Losing a match is just that. Losing a match, you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off. Sol Ruka's been on a losing streak for quite some time. And even though she's had a couple of wins, she's also had a couple of losses. Tiffany hasn't suffered any loss since she came back. And that's why I'm like, she needed a little humility. She needed a little bit of humbling. You know what I'm saying? Now, that could come from Indy Hartwell very quickly. It's totally up to them and how they book it. I wasn't talking about her going up against Indy, though. I was just talking about that match singly, specifically that match alone is what I was talking about. I still don't think Grayson should have won, but whatever. I'm going to get to Grayson Waller in a second. Yay, Vaughn's still a loser. Wow. The thanks squad. LOL Kid took out Elton's legs. I said, not snacking delicious, child. These people got kidnapped. They came back. They took them out. And now it's going to be Pretty Deadly and Tony D and what's his face next week. And then you also got a triple threat because the Creed brothers is going back after Gallus. They said we not finished. And of course, the dyad is still there, which they reported that they was gone. Everybody was reporting that they was gone, but I didn't see WWE wish them no luck on their future endeavors, which should have gave me an inkling that they weren't leaving just yet. So it looked like, Shawn Michaels used that ball spot to convince them to stay. And now maybe they might become the tag team champions because they had, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a chance to stay, okay? Now, because, that's the only promise that I could think of that would make them want to stay. I think by Battleground, Gallus is no longer going to be the NXT tag team champions, and the Dyad is going to be the tag team champions, okay? So, moving on, we also got some little backstage interaction with who do we see backstage? Oh, Wesley. Wesley was backstage and he was confronted by who was it? Why can't I think of their names or see their face?
Because they fighting for the NXT title next week too. Shit, who was it?
Who was it that Wesley? It's the North American Championship. Who was it that Wesley was talking to? Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. I could not remember them for nothing. And I don't know why. And I could see their faces. But I could not remember their damn names for nothing. Charlie Dempsey and them came up there and interrupted Wesley's interview. And Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey stood there, and Drew Gulak said all the stupid shit, and Charlie Dempsey basically was just like, well, I don't know what you're going to do when you're grounded and your limbs is broken, your tendons is torn, and you can't hardly move. Now, all that high flying ain't going to mean shit when you ain't got none of that, baby. So Wesley was like, listen, nigga, I ain't trying to hear all that. Like, if all you wanted was an opportunity, or I'm all about that, all you had to do was ask. That's all you had to do. And he was like, and I'll give you what you want. Ooh, that was fucking nice. Minnesota showing their ass. They showing their ass, Jared. Anyway, they stole the ball from them. They lost it. And then them niggas served on them at the end of the court. They took their ass to the night water, Jared. And then look. That wasn't it. That was before that. That was the play before that. They're messing with you now. They ain't gonna show you what happened. Here, I'll rewind it back. Hold on. Okay. Is it right here? Okay, it's going just pay attention, baby. Anyway, so Dempsey and Wesley got a North American Championship match next week. Who's the ball? Look, stolen. LeBron trying to get it back. Now look. And we gonna pass again. All right. So, anyways, we got that. So we got most of NXT next week is set up. Okay. Everybody is out, trying to get their shit together. And then we had this match. We had the Fatal 4-Way with Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and then it was two mystery people in this match. We found out during the little outing that Carmelo Hayes had that it was going to be Grayson Waller for the third one. And then in the backstage segment with Duke Hudson and Chase U, we found out that Duke Hudson was the fourth member, which I was just like, really interesting. Okay. So we get to this match. By the way, fire ass match. Okay. Definitely my favorite match of the night. It was fun. It was hard hitting. I really, really enjoyed it. I really did. Now, to put a pin in this, I forgot to tell y'all about Ilya Dragunov and Von Wagner. Like I said, Von Wagner lost. Ilya was standing there, dancing and shit. Then all of a sudden, here come Dijak's jail cell. Okay. And Dijak basically told Ilya, "You all about the pain or whatever, or I'm all about that too," or whatever the fuck he was trying to tell him. I don't know what he was telling him, but he looked like he was ripping off, he was giving Terminator and racist cop. That's what he was giving. He was giving Terminator and racist cop. And I was just like, okay. So I guess Ilya and Dijak are going to be going at it very soon. We'll just have to wait and see how that play out. Okay. But the four gentlemen who competed in this fatal four-way, okay. Ilya, it was not Ilya. I wish it would have been Ilya in this match, but it was Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and we had Duke Hudson, and we had Grayson Waller. Basically said, since you love pain, we brought to you. Okay. Hi, Nicole. We about to have a ball. Okay. Okay, great. I'm not a big fan of Dijak's character, but I am a fan of his wrestling. So if it's anything like we have been pre-conditioned to see, then I hope that Dijak and Ilya have a good time fighting each other. Okay. Watching Fighting for my family before I fall asleep, since I haven't seen it before and it came on after NXT. Oh, I've never seen that movie before either, but I heard it was pretty good. I don't know. I just never had the desire to watch it. I might sit down one day and watch it. I might. But respect to Florence Pugh, because I like her. She's a phenomenal actress. Yeah, this character is Anne, but the match is about to slap.
What is she playing? What's her name?
She played Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So in this match, I love this match. I like the back and forth. It was a lot going on. You had a big mix of styles going on in this match. But ultimately, unfortunately, Grayson Waller did what he always does. He laid in wait, snuck in, and stole the win from Dragon Lee, which I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not I'm not like a hater when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I saw it coming. I expected it. Grayson Waller was not in majority of that match toward the end. It was a lot of JD McDonough, and it was a lot of Duke Hudson. A lot of Duke Hudson. And you know what? Duke Hudson is a big dude. I didn't realize how fucking big he was, but he is massive. He is a massive frame of a man. Okay, he's huge. So I was like, that's a very, like, I kind of thought that he was gonna be the one to pick up the win, which I would have really liked, more specifically for Chase U. But I feel like Duke has done enough due diligence to be able to get to that point, but he's kind of reverting back to that arrogant snob of a man that he was before he went to Chase U. But he is such a big guy. And so it was pretty fun to watch. But ultimately, like I said, the match, yeah, John Morant is gonna be playing again. Is he playing already?
They are the 2 seed in the West, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the 2nd seed in the West, because whoever wins this game gotta go against them.
So I really, really enjoyed the match, and I'm glad Grayson Waller won, because one thing I know, and two things for sure. There's no way that Grayson Waller is going to get that championship from Carmelo Hayes. If he does, I'll be fucking shocked. I am 100% sure that I would be fucking shocked if he got that championship from Carmelo. Oh, he limping. He limping, baby. Look. Ooh, it buckled a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, it rolled.
Yeah, he rolled his ankle.
Oh, he playing through it.
Yeah, he tried to.
Oh, he hobbling. Why don't they just call a timeout?
I don't know. I think he may have waited the coach's office. They're going to have to get him out of there.
Right, he can't run on it.
Nah. Yeah, Anthony Davis foul. They told him to take the foul.
He can't do it. That camera change is weird as fuck, Jerry. Look at that shit. I swear it was on the other side of the thing. Anyways. So, let me get to these questions with these comments. Don said, yeah, this character is Amber. He said the matches are about to slap. He meant slap. I saw that in theaters. Flo put her whole heart into it. I'm sure she did. No shitting on that. I'm glad that it was a good movie and it did well. And I'm glad that it was true to the story. I guess they said it was. And I'm glad Paige was happy with it, or Soraya. I'm glad she was happy with it. It's a good movie. I went to see it when it dropped in theaters. I've never seen it. I only seen one part, and that was when Zelina was playing AJ Lee, which, sure. I watched the original documentary years ago. Florence is a baddie. I think I pirated the original documentary. Florence never disappoints. Yes, you talking about Duke Hudson. I think the reason I didn't run and watch it prior because of the doc. It was like short pre WWE, then being in the PC, to brief NXT, to Mr. debuts. It's not bad. Okay. And The Rock being unnecessarily in it threw me off. I'm sick of seeing bobblehead every week. Ultimately, though, that's what happened. And now they're gonna have spring breaking, which is happening in 2 weeks at on NXT. It's gonna be on TV. That PLE is not damn. Jesus. Was that a charge?
It should have been.
Good Lord. Anyways, they put on a really good show on NXT this week. NXT has been consistently good for the last 2 weeks. And I have to say, I don't know what it was, but after that reset, they kind of got themselves together. It seemed like Shawn Michaels finally done found his stride on what he's trying to do. He done set this up tremendously. The girls are fighting. The guys are out there fighting. Everybody's getting equal time. You're not seeing more of the other. You're getting equal matches and equal match time for those matches. I can't really say nothing else about Shawn Michaels this week other than good job, because we're finally getting some decent stuff, some decent storylines, some decent show matches. We're getting good placement for certain people. I really, really, really liked it. Yeah, it was odd, but she did say he was the one giving her the calls. But weirder things have happened backstage. I saw fighting with my family in theaters as well, but I saw it when it was in select theaters first, and it was good. Okay. He did finally. He finally got his shit together, and he's really putting together a decent show. The shows are consistent. We're seeing new people at the top of the mountain for both titles. The tag team titles are probably going to get new owners soon. That's going to push Schism up to some really high places, which is where they should be. Okay, so I'm happy about that. I'm very glad that things are being set into motion, and the reset of NXT is definitely working in their favor. I can't say the same thing about the main roster, but it just seems like we're waiting for things to finally start to reset, and that reset is only going to happen after the draft, which I feel like is probably going to be, like I told y'all before, I want the draft to happen next week, but they didn't announce it, so it's not happening next week. He did say in a few weeks, so that leads me to believe that the draft is either happening the week of the 28th or it's happening the week after backlash. That's the only thing I can make suspect. But I'm so tired. I just said bless you, babe. I like how integrated the flow of the show is. Leah said bless you. Like Zoe low key setting them up. True. Very much so. I swear I just saw Kip Sabian. She said, I forgot there's a bunch of cameos in here. Sean said, I'm not talking about what they do. I'm talking about what I do. Period. It was cameo of Gigi. Kayla said, bless you.
Thank you.
What's up, James? How you doing? But to be honest, I'm tired of all this sad shit. We got a lot of nice fun shit going on. It's gonna be interesting. I think that NXT is finally getting its shit together, and that's fine because we get some really good matchups with really good people. The only match I feel like was lacking. Oh, hey, why is it so ticky tacky? He fell on his knee. Oh, because it's the play-in tournament. Isn't it winner go home scenario for the tournament?
Whoever win this game, like I said, goes against Memphis because they're now the 7th seed. The loser has to play the winner between the 9 to 10 matchup in the West, which is the loser of this game will have to play the winner between OKC and the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm. That was very good pass.
And the Lakers is trying to win this game because they feel they are a better matchup. It could possibly beat Memphis as the 2 seed, but they'll be the 7th seed.
They out of their mind.
Matchup wise, Jay could be a problem for Memphis, but I don't see it.
They're not gonna beat them.
Oh no.
They don't have the depth to.
No.
The fuck? Don said, but see, to be honest, I'm tired of this sad shit. He said, like we just sat there, Cody, Ray, Sammy, like let us breathe. I have to agree, babe. I do. Don's right on that one. Because we is tired. Nicole said, I also hate Vince Vaughn. I'm mad he in this movie, but I know he can barely get She said, I'm mad that he in this movie, but I know he can barely get work. Let me tell you something. One thing you do not want to do is be on Nicole's bad side, okay? Because she gonna take your ass out every time. She took his ass to the night water. He didn't even know he was going, baby. Ooh, that was ugly. She said, I also don't like this anxiety thing Roxanne is doing. I get the exposure on the topic, but it feels campy and chest window for sympathy. Mm. He said, yeah, I wish she went in a different direction. That was odd as well. She said, so I'm gonna let him have his check. It's a very, very severe babyface storyline, which is why they did it. I'm assuming with Roxanne. I feel like her competing in the match at Stand and Deliver, fighting for her opportunity to go in there and bringing awareness that way is the best way to go about it. I don't think I would make it a storyline for her. I think that's a bit much and a little too much of an overkill for Roxanne. Roxanne is good enough in the ring to let her performance speak for herself. And if Zoe wants to dig at her and be like, hey, like, I'm glad you finally showed up. You ain't at home hiding nowhere. I would have just been like, bitch, no, I'm not hiding. I'm standing here. But you know what? Since you got so much mouth and you like to talk so much shit, let's talk about you. Let's talk about how you was talking all that shit last week and got your ass whooped by Indy. Still not champ. Where's the title? I don't see it. You don't have it. Maybe you need to go get yourself together. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay, Zoe. So what we're going to do is next week, you and I are going to have a match. I'm going to whoop your ass next week. Okay? Just so you know. I'm going to whoop your ass next week. And then you can go in the back and rest yourself. Maybe sometimes you'll stop putting your foot in your mouth or writing checks that your ass can't cash. Peace. I'd have tore her ass up. That'd just been me, personally. Like, I feel like Roxanne can still be an advocate for anxiety-ridden people. They can do that on the side with the little commercials like they do for the Be a Star campaign, like they do for the the Boys and Girls Club stuff. Let her work with Titus, find an organization that she can be the face of, and they can work and do that, and she can travel and do all that shit. But when it comes to being in NXT, and bitches like Zoe coming up to you trying to check you, oh, hells no. The anxiety go out the window, bitch. I'ma check your ass. Like, hey, just because I got anxiety don't mean I can't whoop your ass. Okay?
Right, 12 points in the score. 16.
The anxiety do not stop me from whooping your ass in the ring. Now, don't get me wrong. I might have had a moment, but your ass ain't did shit. I came in here after you, and I still became champion before you. Okay? You ain't been able to do nothing. You came back, had a whole motherfucking marketed situation for you, had a whole thing coming back for you. And you came back and what? You let Mandy Rose beat your ass?
Your greatest compliment was dropping the tag team titles on the kid.
Okay. Like, be fucking for real. In Don's words, be fucking for real. I know you're not coming up here trying to talk shit to me. Moi? Is it moi? Girl, your entire comeback has been abysmal, honey. Okay? Maybe you need to go get yourself assessed. Okay? For delusional syndrome. You came out there and talked shit to Indy. What happened? You left out there on the sidelines. Left your ass sitting out there. Because you can't hang. But you got the audacity to be worried about where I was and what I was doing. That's your problem. You're always worried about somebody else's business. You need to be more concerned about yours.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Okay? Stay out of my business.
See, that's that 50% coming out.
Right? Girl, the Karen in you.
I'm up there like the other half, and you ain't learned shit.
Right. You have to pull out the song on them. This is for the Karen in you, bitch. Calm the fuck down. This is not a restaurant. I am not a waiter. I don't snap to your call, bitch. Okay? I'm a former NXT women's champion. I'm a former tag team champion. The only accolade you had was tag team. And that was because of Io Sky. Had nothing to do with you, bitch. Okay? I tore her light-skinned ass up. The fuck? I'm like, girl, if you don't get your dumb ass out my face. Is you anxiety about my anxiety and you came with a match to save your life? You better get the fuck out of my face before I take that knee brace and whoop your ass with it. Okay?
Right.
You better go on somewhere. Shit. See, Donnie said, because, like, it's like, yes, we should be actively supporting people with crippling anxiety, but, like, behind the scenes exists. We can make it We can make it seem TV. But like, let's not make it a thing. I mean, cheap, not chess. I got you. I meant cheap, not chess. Right, like I get it, but let's not make that a thing. We're better than this, Sean. Because if I want to be fucking for real, if you want to be fucking for real, y'all don't want to touch on real shit like race issues. Okay. Okay, because Idris and Malik would have a very good case. Okay? Lash Legend would have a very good case. I'm just saying. So let's keep real life stuff cute. I'd be like, meanwhile, you've only been tag champ, meaning you need the help. Period. See, we see each other. Period. Period, dog. You got it. Rico said, well, they've been saying Zoe been treating the new PC girls with some stank attitude. I mean, you be stank too if your mouth is always white and can't never get that white crap off of your mouth. See, I be tearing Zoe ass up. I will be tearing her ass up. I be like, you don't know which way you trying to go. And at this point, I can give less than a damn. So as long as you keep acting like you the queen, be around here when you ain't did shit, never been shit, ain't gonna be shit, I'm gonna keep treating you like you ain't shit. Okay? Don't disrespect me. I don't care if I'm learning the craft or not. I don't care if I'm trying to get my shit off the ground or not, and you've been here before me. I can respect what you have put in, what you have done, but you're not finna treat me like I'm some dog on the street. This is not 1995, and we are not hazing. I'm not in a sorority. You cross me, I'm gonna beat your ass for real. This wrestling shit is choreographed, but bitch, I can fight. I got hands. We can scrap. That MMA shit go out the window too once I get to punch you in your shit. Now,
Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan to punch in the face.
That's all I'm saying. Now, y'all can have at it all you want to. Now, I'm not saying you got to be ruthless all the time, but it's a time and a place for you to get chin checked. And if I'm in the ring and we get to talking and you start talking shit, I might accidentally shoot fight your ass. You might accidentally get knocked the fuck out fucking with me. That's just the reality, okay? Especially if you being really chippy in the ring and you want to hit a little harder than you supposed to, bitch. If you hit me in the back of my neck like that again, I'm going to send your ass to the House of Wheels. Okay? I'm not fucking playing with you. This is supposed to be a choreographed sport. We're supposed to take care of each other and trust each other in this ring. And if I can't trust you, then that means you my enemy for real. That means I have to beat your ass. You better leave me the fuck alone before I send you home in a pine box. Are you threatening me? No, bitch, that's a promise. That is a promise, ho. She is stank on some Ember. They don't care about it as much as me type shit. Yeah, all right. All that shit is going to get thrown out the window when you get to the main roster. Minnesota been on their ass all night, though.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't been able to get up on Minnesota this whole fucking game. Anyway, all that shit gonna go out the window as soon as Zoe get on the main roster. Her ass gonna be crying just like Ember was. Mark my fucking words. They think putting one black person as champ is full representation. It is, but it ain't. Okay. I said in our 2K group chat that ain't no real motherfuckers in the PC. I said the same shit, period. Because I will interrupt the class, bitch. Address. We are here to do a job. All that other shit is dead. We can get active in this bitch for real, okay? I'm just saying. You hit me a little too hard or you get a little chippy in the ring with these little elbows and shit. Especially if I start tasting blood in my mouth. And that was not planned. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Ooh, multi-surface cleaner. You can spray it on your dolls and stuff. I need to get some of that. Anyways, y'all, that was NXT. Okay. That was NXT. Now, I'll put the link in here. Cause Don won't. I saw Don in the comments in the group chat talking to Janae because he don't like my interlude music. He tired of hearing it. I don't appreciate shit. She ain't gave me no new music yet. I can only play what I got. I'll be back.
Girl, don't do that. I was playing. I thought it was a cute little joke to get the girls going. Hey, you guys. Did you miss me? It's been a long 24 hours. Guess who's currently applying for another job? Fucking finally. Shit. God damn. I feel like I'd be talking for my health. I guess things don't happen till you say it yourself, then, huh? Oh, you did miss me? Girl, it's okay. Sometimes I miss myself too. Till I walk past that mirror, I'll be like, damn, that's what I was missing. What job are actually? Why don't you click the link and come in and talk? Sometimes you make stuff so difficult, Rico. Really, honestly, honestly, truly. How was my day? It's pretty. It was an okay day. I just went go street shopping, picked my sisters up, picked my cousin up. That was it. When they got some pizza. I need to watch Power because it came out Friday, but I watched the season finale of SWV and Escape. Now I know Tiffany be talking about it on her podcast, but I got some things to say about that. I got some things to say. I got some things to say about that because it's a lot of shit going on between the two groups, and I feel like it was a lot of hit and missing points within the business consultations and shit. I gotta catch up on Power. Girl, please catch up on Power. It is too motherfucking good. Power always be having me sweating, but not like this. Not like this. Every episode, I'm on the edge of my bed. I'd be like, sweet baby motherfucking Jesus. I gotta stop cursing with Jesus' name in the same sentence. I don't know where that came from. They're going on tour. I mean, I feel like them going on tour would have been a good deal because nostalgia always sells. The problem is when you have big business behind, they're gonna want to put you first.
Okay.
So when you talking about followers and shit like that, you looking at Candy and Tiny combined, they have almost 20 million followers.
Oh wow.
So Of course, you want to say, realistically, you want to say because you got more followers, you can demand more money, which is true. But however, like Lily said, just because you have all those followers does not mean all those followers are putting asses in your seat. Because if you had all those followers supporting you, how come they're not buying your album?
Well, well, well. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about the girls.
Yeah, she asked me how was my day, and I said I was watching that. Um, so you can't. It's like I understand it, but you can't really you can't base ticket sales off your follower count if that's not really what you known for getting followed for. They follow you because you're reality TV.
Yep.
So you
Now,
can't
if
say,
it was
"Oh, I
like
got." Go
if it
ahead.
was one of them candy coated nights type of situations,
Yeah, then that'll be a
then I
different.
could be like, yeah, that's why they're there.
But y'all are selling nostalgia tickets,
Exactly.
so yes. And it's not like SWV was like, "Well, we want a headline." They said, "No, let's co-headline." And
Which
y'all,
is fair.
why would we co-headline? Because one, y'all have the followers for sure, but we
But
have
we
the.
got the music.
So to me, that evens out. And you could find a perfect engineer. Me personally, I would have went understanding and then weak because weak is just a better song to close with.
Okay.
But you can find an engineer to mix and match both those songs so y'all can sing it simultaneously and y'all can shut
On
the fuck.
stage together.
Literally. It's not that hard. Um, the whole person that I liked throughout this whole situation was Taj. She was the most level-headed between both groups. And but when it got to the end, which is the season finale, she was like, because somebody had said something. She was like, "Who said that?" It was like that was so corny. And she was like, "I just want to get this shit over with." Because right now, everybody working my fucking nerve.
That
And I feel,
sounds some shit you was saying.
yeah, right now, everybody's getting on my motherfucking nerves. So let's get this shit together and get the fuck on.
Well,
Period.
SWV is on tour with Jodeci right now, where they're getting
Uh,
ready to be.
the summer tour.
Yeah, and Jodeci is the headliner. So
Yes. Now, at the end of the day, say what you want.
Jodeci is the
Escape.
bigger group.
Yeah, Jodeci is a bigger group, but Escape made SWV step their cookies up as far as aesthetic and looks.
That's fine, but I don't. It still don't mean nothing about their music catalog.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying when they was like, because SWV they went in there, they was like, well, all we do was black leather jackets and boots, and I'm just like, that was cool.
Okay, Boots and Cats.
That was cool in the '90s. We in the 2020s. Y'all are grown ass women in y'all 50s. You ain't got to be
They hired a
old.
stylist and they got their shit together, from what I saw.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't got to be overtly sexy, but you can't be on your grown and sexy shit. Y'all wasn't giving grown and sexy. Y'all was giving just
New York 1990s hood.
yeah, and that's okay, but not for every motherfucking event. You got to evolve at some point. Now, um, Coco was being kind of difficult. She was being a little diva-ish, but
Well, she's always been that way,
yeah,
so I'm not surprised.
Don Juan said it. Said what? What I say?
This was earlier when you was first starting to talk.
Oh, yeah. So that was the whole ordeal, just like crazy. They was like, it's like, well, would you want to, do this? Would y'all want to tour? For me personally, I would. It was only frustrating because we didn't have the time. We put this together in 2 months. That's not time to get clothes, do rehearsals, go over a set list, and then practice transitions, practice the whole entire show.
Right.
You don't have time for that. So if you can do this stuff, if you can take a year to plan a tour instead of 2 months, it can be more organized and would be less of a headache. Y'all wouldn't have to worry who's gonna close out what show. Y'all can alternate that shit.
Pierre said when you said someone said this is corny, he said Don Juan is the one who said it.
No, that's what some. Oh, that's who said it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, and
All the girls was on Sherry Shepherd's talk show. You know the one she stole from Wendy Williams. They was they was on her talk show.
She's doing a decent job. I'm not
That's
gonna.
what happened when you fuck with Lizzo.
I mean,
You lose your goddamn show.
man, everybody that done said some terrible shit about Lizzo is down bad. Did you notice
that?
Who
said something before Wendy's is dead.
Yeah.
That's what they said that last year on Twitter. They said every time somebody want to talk about Lizzo,
somebody end up hurting.
Lizzo,
baby,
that lady covered it. The bitch mind their business, and you come for her constantly.
Okay,
you come for her on no real shit. It's always she
an
a
attack.
Big, she a big girl. She shouldn't be doing all that. This, that, and the third.
I like Will Cardi and them could do it.
I was like, Wendy, you just mad because you don't. Your tits is as big as my ass.
And you know what? Wendy wouldn't have been so bad. Like before she went vegan, I thought she was a decent size.
Mm-hmm.
Like she still didn't have no hips and no behind, but some women just can't help that.
Yeah.
They just stood straight like a board, but she was thick enough and she was small enough at the same time. You know what I mean? But child, as soon as she went vegan, she lost all her thigh fat, back fat.
I'll never forget when Nikki was like, "How does it feel to get jumped by QP with QRS?"
Cool. Hi, Alexis.
How does it feel?
Yeah,
to get
she
jumped
is.
by
They
QRS?
said she was shaped like a backwards letter P, child.
I mean,
she looked like an R.
Not an R. It's y'all ain't walk like a feet hurt.
Yep, I feel like that was when she shot on Lizzo and then Nicki Minaj. That was it.
Like
that was it. Cause you should have
lost her husband, lost her TV show.
Child.
Falling out on TV and shit. Just
your feet fucking up.
Right.
Your diabetes acting up. Just all bad.
A mess.
I feel like she back on that stuff, but
she was at one point. She was.
She was bugged the fuck out. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Every time that camera flash, her ass be looking like she finna pass out right now. I'd be like, "Woo, please stop putting that camera on that lady."
She trying to sit together. She was like, "I want you guys to mind." She's like, "I want you guys to stay on my business, but respect my business, but I didn't do that to anybody else." So I'm like, at least you know, not delusional with it. I feel bad.
They said I feel bad for what happened to Wendy, but you know, karma.
Yeah, you can't just treat people like shit and talk about people like that. And
she said, "Leave the diabetes out of this."
Not the diabetes.
No, fuck that. Her diabetes was fucking up.
No, she got something else. She has a thyroid disease, and she has something that starts with a G.
That too, but she was
gynecomastia.
She was just messing the fuck up everywhere.
Oh, I know. Gonorrhea.
No, Rico. No, Jesus.
She's a little bit too old to be out here catching gonorrhea.
Goodness me.
And that it can't happen, but she's just too old to be getting some silly shit like that.
This nigga said gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea. Jesus.
It's Graves' disease. She has Graves' disease.
Oh. I was going to say gastrointestinal hepatitis or something. I don't know.
Will you stop?
Nah, fuck her.
Nah, because my grandma had cirrhosis. So whenever your liver is fucked up, you gain weight. She ain't gained no weight.
So she has Graves' disease, and it's a condition that the immune system attacks the thyroid. So that's like what happened?
It's like Hashimoto syndrome.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's like where your thyroid starts eating itself.
Yes, Aaliyah, it was Graves' disease. Well, I don't know, but I know that they was on what's it called?
Go.
They was on Sherry Shepherd's show, and she asked him if they could ever do a tour, and Taj and Coco just looked straight at Lily and was like,
Yeah, Lily said I'll do it. Lily was like,
Lily said if we could talk and compromise, then it's possible. She said, because the fans want to see it, and I'm all about making sure the fans are pleased about it. So I will definitely do it if they would do it. And the other girls was like, we'll do it as long as we can come to an understanding. I'm not going to be nobody's sidekick or nobody's backup. That's not happening, which I was like, fair.
Which I feel fair. I understand that, but I don't feel like they were trying to slight them on the music term.
Are y'all
I feel
talking about SWX and escape drama thing?
SWV
FWV,
and Escape.
yes, ma'am.
They're talking about
Please.
that. I'm applying for a new job.
About time.
I feel like they were slighting them. I'm sorry.
I mean, as far as when they said that the sales don't matter, yeah. But I would say when they was like, well, we made more music, and they was like, we're not saying that you didn't make more music. We love y'all music. You know, we grew up to y'all music, but we have more followers, which I understood that, but I was like, but that doesn't equate asses and seats.
That's not gonna put. That's what I was saying. My problem with
About
that is
white
like
and women that like seeing, Ti and Tiny and
you can turn that fan on.
Real Housewives of Atlanta and all that, and just
But like,
but they
okay,
not.
well, let's put it into perspective, right? Like, if I okay, technically, Don, well, not even technically, real talk, Don has more followers on his social media account than I do.
Getting everybody in the group chat.
But
Yeah.
if let's say Don and I set up a tour, and it's all for me to do commentary live, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't tell me because he got the more followers that he deserves a bigger cut of the tour.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That
Yes,
doesn't help.
it has more content, so she is the one that should get
That,
paid
but
more.
I wouldn't
She's the
even
one.
do. But if we just going by like the way that they were saying it to
Yes,
make it just so in layman terms, just so you could take the music part out of it. They're saying because we have a stronger social media presence and a bigger social media following, we deserve to have the headlining of the tour and the bigger cut of the money. When in
How that
reality, if I set up a concert and it's not even a concert, let's do it in the terms of what we're talking about. I set up the live commentary tour. Okay, cool. I show up to the city. Don is my co-host. Fine. And Don says, well, I want to have more money because I obviously have a bigger social media account. I'm going to be like, yeah, but the engagement on the social media account is for me. And I am the one who is facilitating it. So I don't want to have a bigger thing. We can host this together. Don says, no, my social media footprint is bigger than hers. So I need to be the headliner of the tour. Do that
meanwhile,
make
I'm still
sense to you?
because no one took me on this damn tour.
But you get what I'm saying? Because it's like
I'd blame them both too. I'd be like, where was I in the consideration?
because it's not fair. It doesn't, and it's not fair to
my
SWV.
followers is not going to show up just because I have them.
That's the
Right.
point. And that's why I was like, well, you know what? SWV is the one who has the stronger music presence. So if we're talking about ticket sales for music,
I would go.
Escape ain't the one who's gonna be selling the fucking tickets.
And then the problem is another thing was like, Candy was like, well, I asked Tiny to shoot on this because we don't need it. So if you don't need it, why are we going back and forth on who gonna headline? If it's headline or just you headline it? If
but
y'all
they
don't
all
need
on,
it, y'all stupid ass out the way.
and then they all on social media making their case about why they feel like they should be the ones headlining the tour if they had a tour. And I'm just like, y'all saying y'all don't need it.
If
Yeah,
this is
but
a
let's be
joint tour, I can see. Go
this
ahead.
isn't the time when it comes to like two big groups like this trying to go on tour and their egos are clashing. Like a couple years ago, Van Halen got back together with David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar, and egos started clashing because who was going to be the guy who closed out every night, who was going to be like their opening act or whatever. And you get the problem is with people is that they get these really big fucking egos. And nowadays, because they have access closer to fans, fans are more insane as well. And that, I think that's what fuels all this because they see that their names are trending. I'm not saying everybody's like this because I don't know these women personally, but it doesn't help that fans are because like I was on TikTok and I don't mess with like music side of TikTok, But like my whole For You page was about this thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Where's all
The
that
Escape fans are blowing me. I don't understand
Because
where their
they're
logic is coming from.
they pulling it off of, well, they have more followers, but it's not
That's
a
bullshit.
And then that's
It's such a bullshit narrative because there's influencers who have millions of followers on social media. They can't get a fan to show up to a meet and greet to say they life.
okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about. This is not like a situation where Candy and Tiny are having something that is respective to what their social media accounts is showing. They're not doing that. They have high engagement on their social media. Why? Candy puts out regular content on a weekly basis. Don't have nothing to do with singing though.
that's on the same vein. Okay, that's on the same vein as like when you have like social media drag queens show up on Drag Race. I'm just using this for an example, so nobody fucking come for me. But people automatically think they should win just because when they're going like this, like a queen could be going into this competition and they have already over 1 million followers, and they think by default they should automatically win when you can have you can have somebody come in who maybe has like maybe 800,000, which honestly is not a number to sneeze at. I wish we had fucking 800,000 followers.
Hell yeah, I do. Shit.
Okay.
I'd be like, hot damn, no one can talk shit to me now, motherfucker. Like I would be excited. But like it's like, and you see it, and a lot of like seasoned drag queens have said this too. You have these social media girls who get their ego blown up by these rabid fans of theirs. What was it a couple seasons ago? What's her name? Valentina?
I haven't been watching Drag Race in years.
That's not my
Really?
piece.
They're drag queen, and I'm not gonna lie, they were very, very beautiful. But their ego, man, holy shit on a stick. And then her fans became even more rabid, and they started going after like all the other drag queens, like the white drag queens, but they were really vicious toward the ones that were POC.
Per usual.
Sounds about right.
That's just what it reminds me of. Like it's the fans that are doing this, and it's everywhere, man. It's in wrestling, it's in sports, and you know what? Like you don't see, like, as much as I don't like Tom Brady, you don't see his ass on social media acting a fool.
That's because he's a fucking weirdo.
True.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking
what
weirdo.
did I
That's
say?
why.
No,
The
like
For You page,
Salt something.
Kayla, is it's on TikTok. That's the main page that you go on when you're on TikTok. It's how you see new content on TikTok. So if you don't have a TikTok account, you wouldn't know what a For You page is. Think of it like an Explorer page, what it is on Instagram. That's where you see all the content that Instagram is pushing to the forefront for you, but it's not in your timeline. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
my God, Tiff, could you imagine back when we were like, say, like high school age, with the boy band feuds and everything that was going on? Could
Oh,
you
hell no. Hell no. Because let me tell
imagine?
y'all something. When
Oh,
I
sure.
was we were in high school, it was only three bands that really had the world in the chokehold. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and then B2K was the bands that was taking over. When B2K came to our city, and I think it was for the Scream Tour. Was it for the Scream Tour, AJ?
I think so, because it was them, Bow Wow, and a bunch of other people.
Fucking Riot was downtown in Tower City. Them girls, it was fights breaking out.
They fought when
everywhere.
Came out.
Yeah, when you. I swear to God.
Raz be my man. No, he not, bitch.
They started scrapping. Right. And that was the debut of the movie. Tower City didn't even get to make money on that day because they had to shut the theater down.
My God.
The girls was down there in the movie theater. Some girl wanted, when the movie didn't even start. They was at the beginning where they doing the dance scene at the beginning, and they saw the boys dancing, and somebody saw, it was J Boog or Raz B they was fighting over. And the girl said, "No, that's my husband. You better shut the fuck up." And the other girl was like, "Bitch, I know you ain't say that about my man." Them hoes started scrapping. It broke out. It was a massive fight. I swear it was on the news. It was everywhere. And I was like, I'm so glad. When I think about it now, I am so glad that going viral was not a thing, because them hoes would have been exposed. Okay.
I know at their big age now, they probably like, what the fuck was I doing?
Oh
Right?
no, meanwhile over here in like Backstreet Boy in Sync land, it was like like a fucking war. You were either on one side or you were on the other. Like
Yeah, but I like both. I like
I,
both bands.
I liked them both toward the end, but I remember like this girl getting in my face, like she literally, because I was just talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, have you seen the new heard the new NSYNC song?" I forgot which one it was, and I was like, it's not really my." I don't remember what I said, but I turned around and there's this girl who I've never fucking seen a day in my life, so close to me. I thought she was gonna start making out with me, and she started off about how NSYNC's the better band and Justin Timberlake's so cute. And I'm just like, because right at this point, this is when I started getting into like my rock alternative punk phase that never actually ended. And I'm just standing there looking at my friend like, is this bitch for real? Like, I did not know her. And now I just be like, you need to back the fuck up before I mace your ass.
Shit, I'm gonna punch your ass square in your fucking nose, ho. You in my
Girl
personal space.
in
Get
a
out my bubble, bitch.
Walmart. I saw girls fighting in a Walmart over who was on the cover of some bopper magazine.
No Walmart.
Damn, that's ghetto as shit.
Right?
Times ain't really changed. They
Like,
just
imagine
really got
actually
worse. You
fighting
got
It
at a
just
people.
you just could go
Walmart. Like,
viral
that's
at any
embarrassing.
moment.
You
That's
got
all that
people killing their family members over Nikki.
Okay.
And you think that they see people like this and then smartly you would think, I don't want to be associated with this kind of shit. What the fuck?
They don't speak
Yeah.
on it, and I wouldn't speak on it either.
I start talking to these fans because when I start seeing people that's 32 and up talking about Nikki the Queen, Nikki the da-da-da, I'm like, you too old. Y'all look like Lil Kim fans when Nikki came.
They call me
This
Megatron.
in my age acting like, they do. I'm just like, do you not have any shame?
I've never understood the rabbitness of it. I was cool with it, just with you just liking who you like. You know what I'm saying? But like I remember when we saw that shit, and then like I told y'all, we was downtown, they stole Genuine's food.
I
He
love
bit
that
off
story.
his taco, they took that, they
Yeah.
took his wrapper, they took his napkin.
That is rapper.
I
Yeah,
would
they
take his
took the
napkin too. I
wrapper
would have
from the
told that bitch.
taco. They took the taco he bit off of.
Ew.
He had French fries, I think. Didn't he go to McDonald's and tell him to get him French fries?
Something like that.
He had the French fries that he didn't like. The girl stole his French fries. Downtown, when the celebrities would come to Cleveland, their hotel was right next to Tower City, and they always stayed at the Renaissance Hotel, and it's right there. You can't miss it. So they would just go into Tower City, and they would go around and shop. Like one time, Lil Wayne came in there and shut down Champs.
Yeah.
It was Champs.
Mm-hmm.
Bought the whole store out.
It was
it wasn't.
No, it was Champs.
It was Champs.
It was Champs
because we was right there. We was walking right past it.
Yeah, because we was upset because we was finna go in there.
We couldn't go in there because he had the store on lock. Then when he left,
we got there 5 minutes early, we would have got free shit.
Yeah, because he bought everybody in the store shoes.
Like he shut the store down, and everybody that was in the store, he bought them shoes.
Everybody got shoes, and he bought all the damn forces out of there. And then he went across the way to that airbrush shop and had them customize some of them.
Yeah.
And then he left because he there was nowhere else for him to go. Nike didn't have the shoes that he wanted, so when he went inside the Champ shop, they closed the store. So anybody that was in there still shopping could shop, but he wasn't. He was like, everybody that's in here, since I'm causing an inconvenience, I'll buy y'all a pair. Whatever shoes y'all got, I'll buy. He paid for everybody's shit in there. We had just got off the bus and got down there when they closed the damn store.
Right.
I was like, damn, I just wanted to go get my Air Force Ones. They was like, he bought my shoes. They come out the store. Oh my God, Lil Wayne bought me some shoes. I said, are you fucking? I'm like, all right. Nothing good happened to me ever.
And I mean, you just missed it.
I was so upset. Like, this little gremlin could have waited. Shit. For real.
man when she's
The
like,
bus driver like you. It was you. You drive motherfucking slow, bitch. I be missing out on that bag.
And
Right.
it was the bus driver's fault because he kept picking up every goddamn body. Bus was crowded. We like, just go. Can't nobody else
I
get on the
hate that.
bus.
Ooh,
They had us squeezed in that
Like the
bus.
fucking can of
I hate
sardines.
that. Oh, that move to the back. Drives
We
me crazy.
can't move no further.
I
Then
hate that
I remember
shit.
that was the same day that old lady was mad at me because I wouldn't move back. She was like, "Young lady, move." I was like, "Listen, ma'am, I got a lot. It's a lot of body. There's nowhere else for me to go." She was like, "Well, maybe you need to start working on that."
I'm like, maybe you should start preparing yourself to get to the grave.
I said, "Ma'am, I'm trying to be nice." She was like, "I'm just saying, I'm just telling you the truth. Obviously, nobody love you enough to tell you the truth." I said, "Listen here, bitch. I tried to be nice to you. Okay, my daddy told me I was supposed to be nice to the elderly, but your ass is pushing it. And if you keep fucking with me, dry like Tiffany's, so I stop." I'm like, "No, she need to hear this. She needs to hear this because somebody ain't gonna tell her." Since she talking about anybody told me about my weight, anybody told me how old her ass keep getting. She gonna die eventually, but if she keep fucking with me, it's gonna be sooner rather than later.
Period.
Dry said, come on, it's time to get off the bus. Get off the bus. I'm like, if she keep fucking with me, she
get
gonna
into
for her time. I
Get,
promise
How
you.
she keep on being on a different kind of bus?
that bitch one sneeze away from being on the goddamn ICU.
With your old ass.
Not the ICU.
Like old Otis on the bus. You better quit fucking with me.
I would have jumped. I'm like, ooh, a ghost talking to me. Shit. Goddamn. Ooh, goddamn. Scare me half to death. You better keep wins out this bitch. Look at you.
I said, you can't be saying that kind of shit to people. I'm like, no, fuck her.
No, because sometimes OP be asking for it though.
I'm like, I was trying to be cordial and be nice to her, and she was being rude. Then she gonna go to my way. I'm like, that's very triggering for me. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. I don't like her talking to me off the side of her neck. She don't know me like that. Now, if I was one of these little hood bitches, she'd have got capped.
Now I remember one time I was still catching the bus going back and forth to work before I started working from home, and I was on the health line. Young kids was on the health line.
Oh, I hated the health line.
The lady was trying to get on the bus. Now they moved out of her way. They seen her coming. They split. Like half went one way, half went the other way.
So they had made a line down the middle of the bus.
So she can at least get on the bus.
Yeah.
Then when she got on the bus, she looked and she said, "I'm trying to go this way." The people that were in her way moved off to the side to get enough to move so she can get by.
Mm-hmm.
Now they moved for her to get by. She pushed this one little boy. Little boy had to be no more than like maybe 9 or 10. She mushed him out the damn way. And I'm getting up so she can sit down because I see her.
Did you sit back down?
I sat the fuck back down.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
I got up and I went, "No, she gonna stand up this bus ride." And then the dude was like, "That's messed up. Did you not see her mush that little boy? He moved out of her way. He ain't do nothing to her. She can't be mushing on him like that. That bitch gonna stand today."
Ooh, that's the main reason why I ain't fuck with the health line. There's
People
always the
be
ignorant
mad at
motherfuckers
me.
over there.
Ooh, shit.
fuckers push head. Gotta be calling a hearse.
Okay.
Jesus.
People used to hate me because I always used to when I went to culinary school, I would be standing up for like 4-5 hours. So I get on the train, I sit down. Somebody's like, "Don't you want to give me your seat?" I'm like, "No."
What you mean? Don't you what?
They're like, "Why not?" Because I said so. I'm not getting up.
None of your damn business. That's fucking why.
That's the first time I had the chance to sit down in 4 or 5 hours.
No, I been there, just put in some work.
I used to hate that. Like one
First
time,
first serve, ho.
This Brandy said when I was at work cleaning the hospital room, this old lady tried to get smart with me. So I said, "Ma'am, would you like a pillow over your face?"
Period.
Brandy, please.
How you suffocated or air bubble? Because both can happen.
Period. I don't mind you being chivalrous. Like if an older lady gets on the bus and she obviously is hunched over and can't hardly stand, then it's just that, and she's not being disrespectful to you, then it's just polite for you to offer her the seat. Okay. But like, I didn't like when we be on the bus and the panhandlers would get on there and they would purposely be stinking. So you had to stay. Nobody would sit around them. Like they would be smelling like open asshole.
Not open asshole.
No, you not understand. It's a full on job for you to be a panhandler. Okay, and them motherfuckers was dedicated. They would not. I don't know how they would make themselves stink like that. I guess they wouldn't wash for days. But I remember watching a dude. Me and AJ went downtown one day. We went and got some food. We sat down there, and I was going to my grandma's house this particular day. So we split ways. This dude had followed us from, well, he didn't follow us. He was on the bus. So he was on the bus with us. He got off. He went downtown, used some quarters to get something to eat, panhandled a little bit in front of Tower City. He got the money he wanted, I guess, put the money in his pocket, and got on the same train to go to where my grandmother lives at, which is in the opposite direction of AJ. So we dapped it up, and I had my food. He had his. He was like, all right, I'll call you later. And I said, cool. I go to my grandma's house. I'm on the train. I watched the dude. The dude got off the train, same stop as me, and went and got into a Mercedes Benz, and it was brand fucking new.
That's the kind of shit that pisses me off.
And he looked like he had been living on the street for days. And he got off of the train, got in that Mercedes, started that car, and drove off. And I'm like, these motherfuckers really be out here scamming.
Yeah, that was like that one time. Me and Deontay was downtown, and there was a guy who was outside panhandling. He wasn't like the over the extreme with the smell like that, but he was panhandling. He was in a wheelchair. Had a prosthetic leg from the from above the knee down.
Was it a real prosthetic?
It was a real prosthetic. And he was out there panhandling. Deontay, I don't know what was. I guess Deontay was feeling generous that day.
He gave him some money.
Gave him 20.
Damn.
We go into Tower City. We see dude in Tower City in Foot Locker buying shoes. Nothing wrong with that. The problem was he went in his pocket. He put out a wad that fucking thick.
I would have dropped that shit on the ground. Fuck is you doing?
Was like,
sit back and
I just gave him a 20. He got money like this.
I bet you he wheeled himself to that damn car that was in the parking lot in Tower City. I told him, excuse me. Give my damn 20 back.
Give my 20 back. What entrance?
Give my 20 back, nigga.
He said, if he would have went in his pocket and pulled out a whole bunch of crinkled up money along with my 20 and bought some shoes, I wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing. He said, but he pulled out a wide. He was like, Gerard, you said, I see the knot. That's a lot of 50s in that knot, bro.
That panhandling game is now you can't do it because there's no loitering downtown no more. So you can't panhandle down there. But that panhandling game was strong. Oh
my God. And niggas used to do it on St. Patrick's Day.
Yo. And they used to
I ain't gonna lie, I would have.
They was rocking on St. Patrick's Day because them all color pilot people
come up.
They were tore up off of them Dollar Green beers.
It was just
because the Winged Lizard downtown, you get Dollar Green beers all day on St. Patrick's Day. It started at 10 a.m.
One of the bars one time opened up at 5 a.m. And we on the bus going downtown. It's now 7.
And they're lit at 7 a.m.
That sounds like a day.
Baby, when I tell you St. Patrick's Day be lit here in Cleveland.
I'm gonna have to come down there for St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day when we was in
that parade gets you together though.
And we was
you guys have a big Irish community.
What'd you say, Alexis?
Do you guys have like a big Irish community in Cleveland? Or just to get drunk for this?
No, there's a lot of there. It's not a massive community like the Polish community and German community is, but there is an Irish community here. It's just not as big as some of the other communities, but it's a big deal. Like every year, we ain't like Chicago. Chicago turned their River Green, honey. they live and die by it. Okay, and it's a tradition.
Here's the thing with St. Patrick's Day, though, because Daryl actually had to get called in to go to Chicago on St. Patrick's Day. He went to a bar. He was the only guy nice to the bartender. And granted, he didn't have to pay for it. It'd be like his job paying for it. He kept giving Daryl like top shelf like whiskey. And because Daryl was chilled, the guy only charged him like $10 for like 8 shots of whiskey.
Damn.
What the fuck?
See,
Daryl had for 8 shots of whiskey.
It's like y'all see how I am. Imagine drunk, and that's everybody. Fill my cup up, bro.
He gonna be on the dance
floor. Pour that shit.
Them niggas.
It's not even like we being disrespectful. That's just the. It's the vibe.
No, but it's cool. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is a big holiday here. I know that they have a really good Pride Parade here. Like every year, I look forward to that Pride Parade. I did.
I'm about to be out in Pride selling these fucking.
I look forward to that Pride Parade every year. I did.
Our junior year, I
Me either.
I'm still mad at Rika for saying America don't exist.
What happened, Alexis?
What'd I say?
I said on St. Patrick's Day because he didn't wear green. He just told people.
Oh yeah. Listen, I didn't mean that with any ill.
Yeah, I was offended.
What did he say?
Because listen, someone had asked me at work. I was at work, and someone was like, "Where you're green at?" And I would just on impulse, I was like, "I think Irish people are a myth."
What is wrong with this? Is what I be talking about.
Your mouth. I said I definitely exist
at the VA too.
His mouth is gonna get him in trouble. That is not something that you say out loud.
They looked at me. It was like, Gerard, you know, if you wear green tomorrow, you gonna get pinched. I said that'll be the day I get fired. I said because
I still got pinched. It was something that I just. It my mama, this is what I be saying. My wife. This is what I mean when I say that sometimes my words don't even go through my head; they just come out my mouth.
Yeah,
you cannot fight, so you cannot be saying no shit like that. And now I'm not finna be protecting you. Don't say no ignorant shit around me. And if somebody be like, "Yo, what the nigga say?" I'm like, I don't know him.
See, my thing is, I'm 10 toes down, but best believe we get back in the car, bitch. What the fuck is? Why would you say that?
I'm not finna get my ass whooped.
You got me up here.
I will straight up leave your ass hanging out to dry.
You talk too goddamn much. Jesus. Now I should fight you just for getting us in the fight.
Because you can't fight. If you can fight, then I will back you. But your ass can't fight.
You didn't even at least bite the motherfucking ankle or nothing. You didn't even pinch the bitch.
Can't be out here saying no ignorant shit like that. And I'm with you.
This is why I carry a pocket knife.
Everybody everybody got a plan till you get punched in the face. That pocket knife fast enough and they punch your ass in your nose.
You got to reach for that pocket knife. I can hit you with this 2-piece and this biscuit before you go in your pocket.
Especially if they got fast hands, baby. And I'm just gonna stand there. I'm gonna collect him. Hold on. He bleeding.
Because if I'm drunk and them hands come too fast, I can't help you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, God damn, that shit happened.
Okay. He's sorry. He is sorry. Okay, come on.
And my dumb ass gonna be like, no, I'm not.
I'm like, don't say shit else. Shut your ass up. Get your ass in this damn car. Can't take me no damn way.
My telltale is when something happened and you see me frown up, get me out of there. Get me out of there because alcohol ears is real.
If
I'm like, damn.
For me, end up in jail.
So when I say, damn, it's time to go. It's time. Don't let me finish my sentence. It's time to go.
Or when you start doing that little hee giggle.
Try that shit and you pull a pocket
knife. The giggle don't happen when I'm drunk, Holly. When I'm sober, that means I'm being tested. And I'd be like, you might want to be quiet.
Oh, shit.
You might want to be quiet before I start talking. Because my thing is, I am a trusted source. I've been known to be a trusted source.
I could not.
So I don't spill tea. But the second you feel like you big and bad, you want to talk to me, baby, I'm about to blow your motherfucking spot up. Because who was you talking to? Your shit stank just like mine.
What?
Not ready for Ohio, man, because that shit's going to be crazy.
I'm telling you right now, it's not like, okay, for certain holidays, one thing I do love about living here specifically is like No matter how bad the team is, like the fans here for the team, they ride. It could be the shittiest season of the world. They ride. It's one of the best things is to be in the stadium when you're watching a football game, basketball, baseball, even hockey. They be wilding at the hockey games. Okay, that shit is fun.
That's just a lot of cold, angry white people.
It's not white people. It's everybody.
No, Cleveland. It's niggas in Cleveland.
No, it's just Cleveland. It's just Cleveland. And then like the food scene downtown has really ramped up. So it's got like this nice little, each part of the city have its own pocket of just really, really good restaurants. Like we was in Little Italy last weekend. When we went to go to Manny House, when we do a thing, we went to past Little Italy. There were some pizza shops over there that I didn't know was there. But Little Italy can be just a little racist.
Yeah.
So I was like,
typical of Italians, but
I want it right. I was like, I want to get pizza from over here, but like I'm not trying to sit in there and eat it. I want you to go in there and get it and then bring it to the car so we can go.
Yeah, we have a pizzeria here that everyone was like, "Oh yeah, try not to go in there. They're racist in there. They're called Marco's Pizza." Or no, Giorgio's.
Yeah.
I would just Giorgio's.
Giorgio's.
That sounds racist.
Oh, there's a Giorgio's pizza here, but it's a chain restaurant. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for us, it's just that specific location. They're like, oh yeah, that Giorgio's down on Boltman. Don't go there.
It's a lot of racist places in South Carolina, if we be honest.
That is also true. I literally, when I was driving up to Columbia for my wrestling classes, I literally passed a cotton field.
Oh my god!
And when I was asking someone, when I was telling people about how when I was working at Sweet Frog, how I didn't get any breaks, this one girl, she was like, "Well, yeah, it's because it's them old slave state laws."
Well, they're not lying because when Rico said that a while ago, and I was looking it up, that's very accurate.
But yeah, no, I just applied to be an assistant manager at a bakery in the Air Force base that my brother works at. So we'll see how that goes.
Can you bake?
What will a pocket knife do?
I can bake. I mean, I'm a novice baker, but it's more so like the duties weren't around dealing with the actual baking. It was more so like being an assistant manager to the people who work there and providing customer service. So I was like, I can do this.
You have to know how to bake. In case one of your workers fall through, you have to step in.
And what it's a bakery you're going to be working at or wanted to work at?
It's a what do they call it? What was it?
Are you going to
delivery bakery services for the commissary?
Oh, okay. So you're going to be delivering. Do they bake the stuff in house at the commissary, or are you talking about stuff that comes in from the bakery?
It sounds like it was both. I read the description and it was like, being an assistant manager and ordering raw materials.
You're making it in house.
Yeah.
And you're going to be delivering it if they ask for a specific item and they want it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Don,
So it was
might have a point. You would. Well, I mean, if he can learn how to bake banana bread, if he could follow a recipe, he can do it because they have recipes for those grocery store style bakeries.
Oh yeah, so. Like if the recipe is in front of me and I have all the stuff that I need, I can do it. That's why when it comes to my banana bread, I picked a recipe, I modified it myself, and I usually make it fine. Whenever I try to make anything boxed, it always turns out horrible.
Rico,
what?
How much is this an hour?
Yeah,
$18.75.
Oh,
more or less than you're making right now.
I'm currently making $17 per hour.
Yeah, take that job, baby. Go and get it. No.
Good luck.
No.
Because with all my experience, I barely can't get shit.
Woo. But you are also in a different state, babe.
Yeah, people shitty out here.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you're in a whole different market, whole different ball game, and y'all food scene is oversaturated.
It is, and it's not even good.
I'm just being honest. Everybody always talking about how great food is in Atlanta.
I don't want to subject you to that.
And I was like,
I be seeing that shit. Like, remember I told y'all I wasted my damn $13.85 on that whack sandwich?
He's still mad about that.
Yes, because I couldn't even finesse the shit. I want my $13 back. So it's like people really do be hyping they shit up, which I understand market value, but half the shit out here do not be good. It look cute, but the shit be nasty. Y'all
I
can't cook for
heard
real.
Candace Old Lady Gang restaurant is okay, but it's overhyped.
I heard that too, but I've never been. When my mom went, she was like, it's okay. She's like, it's nothing like spectacular, but it's all right.
Any fucked up, I'll come to Tennessee. Do not eat in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. The food there fucking sucks.
The place sounds sucks, so really
leave it at that. But like, if you come to Knoxville and you come downtown and you just find like a little hole in the wall, best pizza place around here is some hole in the wall place that no one would even notice if you drove past it.
Sounds about right.
You get a hole in the wall here, you might end up with food poisoning.
Right.
Everything
around be like bridesmaids shitting in the street.
That's exactly how I ended up with motherfucking food poisoning.
Ooh,
hole in the wall ass restaurant.
That's nice.
I mean, everything sucks down here, so I can't really add nothing to this conversation.
Yeah, I feel bad for you.
For damn near almost 7 years, and I have not found one good barbecue place. What the
in
fuck?
Tennessee?
Tennessee!
I mean, it's the same way. It's the same thing here, Alexis. Like they
I haven't found
down
one.
south,
It's Tennessee.
it's not
Tennessee
like,
has decent barbecue.
You know who got some decent barbecue? Me.
Nigga. We not talking about you, Negro. We not talking.
More than decent, if you ask me. But I don't know. But it's been like a consensual thing within the South. People across the South are saying like the shit is not good, from Texas to Atlanta to Miami. Like, well, I wouldn't say Miami because they said it's good, but usually down south they like it's not hitting the way they thought it was gonna hit because the way it's been hyped up. Only thing good is the motherfucking sweet tea. When
I like the barbecue thing we got up here. It's pretty decent.
I'm not the biggest fan of barbecue.
I love it.
I feel, you know what, Rico? I'm gonna turn you out food wise. I feel like you ain't really had a good experience with food.
Me
but it's okay. We about to put you on.
I feel like you gotta experience. You gotta go to different places to experience other food. And while you was in Texas, they got decent barbecue in Texas. It's a different barbecue scene in different regions of the country. So like, when you are supposed to be in Tennessee, it's supposed to be decent barbecue in Tennessee. I don't know, Alexis, you might have to find you a black barbecue spot in Tennessee.
The next time we have a big blowout, you guys are invited.
Man.
What'd you say?
Try him, and everything's becoming fucking gentrified over here.
I don't know, dude. I know. Well,
are you against living in the hood?
Honestly, if you go down a few more, I live hood adjacent.
Her neighborhood is nice though. I've been to her house.
Adjacent.
Her neighborhood is nice, but to get to her neighborhood, she ain't lying that she's adjacent. That's true.
Oh, we love hood adjacent. Oh, y'all know,
you know how you in the neighborhood and you'll see like in a hood neighborhood, what's a normal store you see? It's always Dollar General or the dollar store of some kind. It's like at least 3 or 4 of those to get to her house.
Oh yeah, you in the hood.
I'm like, yeah, Jared. I know where we at. We a little hood right here.
In some kind of hood.
But when you get to her house, by where her house is, it's not like that. So I was like, okay, so you got to go through the hood to get to that part. I said, okay, that's all right. That ain't bad.
It's like a little portal.
Because I was gonna call her and be like, hey, we in the liquor store right here, and this a damn dollar store now. Listen.
No, you know what's so confusing to me being out here? The liquor store don't say alcohol stores. They say package stores. So I'm sitting here like, I'm like, all these motherfucking package stores. Mom was like, that's alcohol. So I said, alcohol. I said, you should have told me a long time ago. I've been in every one of these. Because usually it'll say like wine and spirits or alcohol, but they say package. I'm
Ours
thinking
say
these are
liquor.
motherfucking shipping stores.
It either say liquor or state store here in Ohio.
Have to like go and
Here we
buy it
just say
at a,
liquor store.
I don't know. Weird.
And if it's a state store, it sells more top shelf liquor. So you'll be able to get stuff like some of the celebrities rum and tequilas. You'll be able to get some of them high end tequila, the top shelf stuff.
They call me tequila.
Right.
Tequila.
But if you go to a straight up liquor store, yeah, that's gonna sell some shit like Coke 45, Mad Dog.
No, y'all, my best friend showed
Ball.
me this video of this girl. He was like, look at this. I'm like, is this bitch drinking Coke 45 out the bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What was it, a 40?
Guzzling.
She was drinking a 40?
Yeah, the bitch was big as hell. I was like,
That's a 40.
That's a 40.
I'm like, are you?
But that's liquor. That's not beer.
Yeah.
That's liquor.
When the liquor hit.
She was guzzling, and when I say she was guzzling, she was guzzling. I said, what the
That's
fuck
how them
wrong with
hoes
this
That's what the
pregame.
bitches do with the 40s.
The lead
Yep.
is gutter butt ghetto bitch alone.
You gotta drink it like that. I mean, you can't sip a 40. That's not.
Yeah, you gotta just guzzle and chug.
I went to Pennsylvania with Daryl one time and I bought I'm like, I need to get my dad a 40. He's like, well, nothing in a 40 your dad drinks. I'm like, that's fine. What is the most white trash beer I can get in a fucking 40? I got him a 40 of Budweiser.
Oh my God. I pay money to see Alexis drinking a 40.
I actually.
Oh my God, for Mania weekend.
Girl used to do that. Like when we first got together. Do you guys know about Mickey's?
No, what is that?
Yeah, I do.
It's like a little. They're called grenades because it's small. They're like small little glass bottles. They're actually really cute.
Like a buzzball almost.
Yeah, it's called Mickey's beer.
Mm.
It's malt liquor. Has it? Yeah. It's
they look like little. Okay, I see what it is. I had to Google it because I didn't know what. It's malt liquor though.
Where's
He used to drink that shit. And I came home one day from work and he's already like he had like 3 of them open and then he was drinking something from a paper bag. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He goes, it's a 40. Or at least whatever you can get in Florida that's a 40. And I'm like, what the fuck you drinking? And he just pulled it out of the bag. I'm like, yeah, you sleeping on the couch tonight, man. I ain't dealing with your drunk ass.
This is some hood shit right here he was drinking.
Daryl grew up in the hood, man.
I've never seen it before, but that's definitely what a 40 looks like.
He grew up around Pittsburgh, but he grew up more around McKeesport, which is considered the hood.
You see what I'm saying? That a 40 is that one right there, that 40-ounce bottle, that's a 40.
I see, it's the Jolly Green Giants drink of choice.
What they would do, well, in the hood, you could go to the gas station. The gas stations was the ones that sold it the most. You would go in there and you would get either Coke 45 or you would get 8-Ball. And you would go in there and it's fairly inexpensive, but it was cheap liquor that you could buy. And that's how they would pregame before they would go to the club or to a house party. It was real popular in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it started to phase out once the celebrities started being a little bit more upper echelon. So you started seeing celebs talking more about Cristal, Nouveau, Hypnotic, and that became a big thing. Yeah, that became a big thing. So that's when Bacardi, Grey Goose, and Dom Perignon started really selling alcohol because the rappers was telling you that that's what they would drink. And Hennessy is now the new 40.
Bitch, they got the Hennessy.
I can't fucking stand
they got
Hennessy.
The Hennessy.
I was working at a bar and someone ordered like a shot of Hennessy and I smelt it and I almost threw up. Like it was.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, you can't smell that shit. You just gotta go for it.
I hate Hennessy. I don't understand the love affair.
Tequila way, like you can't smell tequila. You just gotta hold your nose and do it. But
I can't drink
tequila or Jaeger to this day.
I can shoot tequila.
I can't do.
My drink of choice is either whiskey or rum, but tequila makes me very aggressive.
I don't understand why people can't drink tequila, but they can drink Hennessy.
I don't like
Hennessy,
Because bitch, they got the Hennessy.
vodka, Hennessy.
I don't like vodka.
Oh, I love it.
The only vodka I drink is Rain because it's so smooth. So
I still haven't drank that yet, and Don's been yelling at us to drink it, and I haven't tried it yet.
Nobody has drunk it yet.
And I haven't tried it yet. The Rain vodka.
Again, mania.
Every time I go to the state store, I forget that that's the one that he told me to get. And I asked AJ, I'm like, I can't remember the name of the vodka. And I didn't ask Don because I'll be forgetting. So every time I go in there, I literally forget the name of the damn thing. Only thing I went and got, what did I get from the state store the last time? The rum, no, it was the rum.
The Silver Ray and
the Silver Ray. I got them both at the same time.
Well, no, we got the
Terramana first.
The
The Blanco, I don't really like. The Terramana Blanco, I'm not really a big fan of that.
No,
it's a little rough.
I want more than the clear one.
So I wanted the Anejo one, but they didn't have it in stock anymore.
That'd be better than Erica's cheap ass champagne.
I wasn't buying that shit. Nobody want no damn liquid sweat. That's disgusting.
Smokies.
Ooh, wait, Donnie, at Mania, are we gonna be drinking strawberries and
champagne? We drinking strawberries
and champagne.
Well, let me get my cream of strawberry.
It's something wrong.
No, I'm really drinking strawberry and champagne.
And I was gonna try Kevin Hart's tequila, but Kevin Hart wants $89.99 for his Anejo tequila.
Sir, are you even $89.99 tall?
And then for his
out of here.
Oh no.
That shit needs to be at best $34.99. Chill your ass up.
Oh no, we got the Reposado tequila, the Terramana Reposado.
That's like selling a fun size candy bar for the size of like a
go to hell.
You can get off your own bottle for real.
Now Don Julio has the Rosado tequila, and I wanted to try that, but that shit is $119.
I want to try Carmela's.
The bougie shit. I'm gonna go to the gas station and buy like gas station champagne because I'm good with that.
I'm not quite understanding. Like they go and take pictures in the field with the they go and take pictures in the field and then be selling the alcohol, and it's so fucking expensive. And I'm like, The Rock's tequila does not cost as much as Kevin Hart's tequila does.
Well, like they said, that new drop shipping thing for celebrities is pretty much just like being like part, like saying you have your own tequila line or whatever, and then it's like, no, it's owned actually by this company. They just put your name on it for promotion.
Well, I know for a fact that The Rock's tequila is not like that.
Yeah, he's been talking about doing that shit for a while.
For years. So his tequila, yeah, now that may be true for like Kendall Jenner and a couple other celebrities who are talking about doing tequila because it's a valuable market for them. But I want to say Kevin's isn't like that either.
Have you guys tried mixed Moscato?
No,
what?
Nikki's mixed Moscato.
No, because every time I go to the store, it's sold out.
Yeah, we got lucky one time. It's cool. She did her thing with that.
Now I did like K. Michelle's collab with Jack Daniels.
Yes,
those I liked.
But my answer, hate me. I can't do whiskey.
I love whiskey.
I can't do whiskey, man. Like I don't know if it's just because like I actually younger and I got sick off of it, but like whiskey's always seemed like an old drink to me, I guess.
I get it because I can't do Crown Royal Apple.
I hate it. It's so disgusting. And I'm not even trying to be rude, but when I tell you that Crown Royal Apple tastes like death, it is liquid death. I hate it. And every black person I know drinks it, and they all love it, and I fucking hate it.
I mean, it was good, but I overdid it, so it was just like.
No, it does. It's like it's got that fake apple candy flavor.
Yeah.
I've never had it, so
it's so gross. Oh my god.
Friend Warren told me about this because, like, after one of his drunk weekends, he did this for breakfast and it turned out really good. He was making waffles and he had still like a half a bottle of like Crown Royal, but it was like Canadian maple or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he poured it into the batter that he was making with the waffles and he made it, and he said that shit was delicious.
I can imagine. When you mix alcohol with food, that's a different story.
It is.
It is.
I haven't
When the
drank
liquor hit.
I haven't drank since my one friend came up here before. Wow, yeah, it's been a while, man.
Brandy said she went to New Orleans and she had Jello shots, daiquiri slushies, and Jack Daniels. And child, she was lit as fuck. I woke up the next day with a whole bunch of beads around my neck.
Not too much for your titties. I'm about to ask you that too.
And Leah said you had your silk sacks out, and she said yeah.
Period. Now she woke up with all the beads. That's how you do that. Now, if you would you go out there, you gotta show some cheeks. You get your beads.
Okay, Randy said I had big beads and little beads. Go ahead.
So it's like the little beads. I think you show one. The big beads, I think you show.
She woke up with the shit though.
You had a time last night.
Very well.
Boy.
You had a time last night.
You had a time last night.
Oh god.
I will never get drunk in New Orleans because I don't know where the hell my ass is going to end up at. It could end up in the swamp, my hotel.
It definitely is a place where you could get tore up.
I wouldn't get drunk in New Orleans because of the voodoo.
My dad
they ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Me and my dad went to New Orleans like really long time ago. This was before Hurricane Katrina. We were seeing the Saints play the Bucks, and it was like some car thing the car company he worked for was doing. And my dad, I give him a lot of shit. My dad was trying to sneak me into bars while I was underage.
Period.
I'm like, I was like, don't believe me, that 18. And then when I'm like, oh, I don't have my, because I was stupid. I didn't think about it. I'm like, oh, I don't have my ID. And they're like, yeah, you got to go. I'm like, fuck. But like, they had bars before Katrina lined up on the fucking road, especially when you get to Bourbon Street. There's literally just like bars with like walk through windows. You just go up to the window, get your drink, don't even have to go in the bar, and you leave.
Yeah, I love that. I need to go down there.
Damn.
I don't even want to go in there. I just want the drink. Give me my drink.
To go in the bar, you just basically walk up to the window, tell them like you order it, and they hand it to you, and you just walk around your merry little way. And I'm just like, see,
as hell. I love it.
My liver hurts talking about that. Like when I tell you I am gonna get fucked over when I go to this music festival this summer, I am screwed so fucking bad. Because they're gonna have like last time we went, they had like a beer tent, like a beer garden area where you could go and like sample different beers or whatever. Well, last time you had to pay for it. This time the shit's gonna be free. And I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm give you like a little amount, like the little like sample glass or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, you can go to the same place like 3 times. Last time I went to the same place 5 times. It didn't say shit. Because we had only bought them for one day. I was like, let's try to sneak in there like on. And I'm like, I don't know, man, because this is the second day. I don't like No Effects is playing. I don't want to fucking miss them. And he's like, well, let's just at least try. So we get up there and they're like, hey, do you guys have your tickets? And Daryl's like, he's like, oh man, we left him in the tent, and or I don't remember. And they're like, well, we can't let you in. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. And Daryl's looking at me like, what the fuck? I said, I got really bad food poisoning yesterday. I missed half the show. We couldn't do this. I've been, I feel a lot better. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if they bought it, but I'm like, I was like, I got food poisoning. This is our wedding anniversary. We just got married. This was supposed to be our like big trip. I got sick on the first day. And he's just standing there looking at me like, where the fuck is this coming from? And I'm like, play along.
She's an actress.
Okay.
And they're like,
Emmy nominated.
They're like, hey, come on in. I'm like, thank you.
That's gonna be me.
We're just tired. But it worked.
That's gonna be me and Don when we get pulled over for on the road.
I'm like, you see this motherfucker behind me? Shit for brains, just shitting everywhere. A terrible fucking time. If you don't let me in this bitch right now, I promise to God, you will see me on the news. It's gonna be your fault. Cause I'm about to kill Shits McGee back here. I'm like, all right, man, come on, just go ahead. All right, we in that boy. Come on.
The year before we went to this one, because that year you could bring in like one case of alcohol, and beforehand you couldn't bring it. So we're like, fuck it, because like in our car there was a tire well that didn't have the tire in it anymore. So we're driving to fucking Cleveland, or
Period.
we're Cincinnati because it's outside of Cincinnati, which it's real pretty when you drive there, and it's like real calm, real cool. You're driving through the mountains, everything's beautiful. Then bam, Cincinnati fucking hits you, and you're just like, where the fuck am I? These people can't drive. But like we were driving to from Tennessee to Cincinnati with like maybe $120 worth of alcohol in our car. All in this time,
y'all made it there with nobody stopping you. Praise God.
So then we get there because I keep checking the Facebook group they created, and they're checking cars. I'm like, oh shit, like, oh fuck. So they're like, but all our stuff was buried, and they're like, they're taking stuff out of people's cars, and I'm like, man, they can't. Like, come on. They did it the year before, and they found some dude, but he was dumb enough to bring his fucking honey.
What is happening with this ball?
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the show, and we're trying to like stay calm because again, $120 worth of alcohol in our trunk, and we don't want it to go to waste. So Gail's like, okay, when they get to the car, and I was wearing shorts that day. He's like, okay, when you get out in the car, go around and stand next to the security guy. But don't stand next to the old security guy. Stand next to the young security guy. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, just go stand next to the younger security guy. Now, I was in travel mode. I had shorts on, and I had like a tank top on, because I was like, I'm going to be in a car for God knows how long. I'm going to be fucking comfy. And when I get around there, that dude looks up from the trunk of my car, and his eyes start at my feet and go all the way up. And out of nowhere, I just start talking with this really sick Southern accent. I'm like, well, hey, darling, how you doing? Are you having a good day? That's good to hear. Like, just laying it on thick. And he, like, completely forgot what he was doing. They're like, you're cool. I got back in the car, and I'm up to Daryl, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. Because it worked.
Oh, did you just pimp me out?
He knew what would work. I mean, hell, if I was just...
Yeah.
If he's like, go distract the guy because you're hot, okay. I was.
They still trip me up. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'll
just get a cookie. I'm like, yeah, you can get a cookie.
And it's messed up because whoever wins the so Miami lost against Atlanta.
Miami lost that game.
Yeah, so Miami has to play the winner between Chicago and I can't remember who was the 10th seed in Chicago and Toronto.
Okay.
Now, whoever wins that game on Friday
got to go up against Chicago. Miami
has to go against like whoever wins. Like, so Toronto and Chicago play tomorrow.
Whoever wins go against Miami.
It has to play against Miami on Friday,
and that determines who is going to beat the AC.
They have to go against the Bucks. But then whoever wins that game becomes AC has to turn around and play Milwaukee on Saturday.
After the Friday game, they got a double header.
Because the playoffs start Saturday.
But that's not fair, AJ.
That's a lot of fucking work.
That's not cool. While the Bucks was sitting at home for like a week.
I would have thought that they would have had a schedule better than whoever.
Why can't they play Sunday?
That's what I'm saying.
The Bucks is the better team. The Bucks is obviously gonna be a draw. Why aren't they playing Sunday?
I would have thought that whoever was the AFC, whoever was the AFC on either the East or the West will have to play on Sunday just to give them at least a day or two off before you actually go into the playoff game. But they like in the East side, fuck it. You the AFC.
Damn, what the fuck?
What?
LeBron fell into the dude and damn near knocked him out.
Damn. Big ass.
They charged him with a foul for that? Or who got the foul?
I don't know.
They challenging it. Fellow Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, big ass wasn't even over there. He was in the back. The fuck you talking about? LeBron dove for the ball. He caused the collision. He the one who the problem.
Yeah, really just
Sorry, you should have just failed naturally. You shouldn't have dove for the ball.
It should just be a damn jump ball.
His big ass could have injured him.
Yeah,
the jump ball my ass. That's a fucking foul.
LeBron James is still fucking playing basketball?
Yeah. And one of the best basketball players on the court.
Someone told me he got like injured, like
a little groin injury from what I understood. It was his foot this time. Well, he walked like a damn duck, so
basketball. Y'all need to give me a damn break. I'm busy watching hockey.
Girl, please. I only know it because I'm required to. Okay.
Do not indulge in sports on this side of the screen.
Just set 2 fucking records.
Go sports.
See what I'm saying? You see, Jared know about
do
hockey.
Enjoy a good
the Bruins just set a record in hockey right now. I don't even know what that means.
The most wins in the regular season was 63, and they got most points by a team with like a.
When last time you watched a hockey game?
I don't. I get the highlights on ESPN because I'm for other shit.
That don't make no sense.
And the Devils are all in the playoffs right now, and I'm very, very happy because those are my 3 teams.
Your ass don't watch no damn hockey on time, and then as soon as fucking football go off, he make me watch goddamn. I have to watch the XFL or the USFL, so I don't get no damn breaks.
USFL start this weekend.
I've been this season. I really haven't been watching it, unfortunately.
It's cool. It's not bad. They've been doing great. I just wish they would take whoever wins in the XFL and whoever wins in the USFL and let them play each other.
Oh, that's a cross.
Because they ain't even had no USFL as far as I can remember.
The USFL season started this weekend.
I mean, if that league was in play, they did not have it televised until after the XFL started and was getting a lot of traction.
No, they showed some UFL games last year.
Not last year. The XFL was in play before last year, AJ.
Yeah.
I'm talking about period. I don't even know USFL
period.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, Brandy said, my best friend told me the next day that I told this female police officer to pop her kitty on me. You did not.
Your life.
Girl. You had a time that night. You had a time.
Pop that ass. Shake that ass.
Ugh.
I said Brandon was out here throwing that whole ass in the circle.
No, she was throwing them titties out there because
okay, you got them big beads.
Had the beads. She had the girls on display.
I was looking out for you, man. You woke up in your fucking hotel and on the goddamn street because that has happened apparently.
Oh,
and now.
Ugh.
I know how to
do that now. Okay, Kevin Hart has the Grand Coramino. The Cristalino is the Blanco, I assume. That shit is $60.
I want to try all pickles.
You want to try what?
Alcohol pickles.
The moonshine pickles and they got the peaches and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's not that bad actually.
I've never had it, but they say it's real strong.
The pickles or the moonshine?
The pickles.
Oh, well, we
because
like.
it's just like sitting in the moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I gotta go, man. I got God. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye, Alexis. No, oh boy, hit that three.
Schroeder.
Yes, awesome.
Not on to the Minnesota Timberwolves on their side.
That's
fucked up.
All right, now they got it's enough to they got a timeout so they can advance it. It's more than enough time for them to get this shot off in time. I forgot they signed thick how booty ass Lakers signed Tristan Thompson.
No.
Jesus Christ.
He's a high booty ass Negro.
I did not see that one coming.
He definitely is. He definitely a high booty ass Negro. He always been. He run down the court like an old man. You ever seen an old man trying to run? Hey, come here, nephew. You know how he run with his ass?
The light Joe.
Oh, they got 1.4 seconds. How the fuck is they gonna get the ball down in 1.4 seconds?
They call the timeout, so it advanced it to half court.
Well, what they gonna do, Jared? They gotta get a three.
They gotta get a three. No, don't give up no open shots. Don't foul.
This shit is nerve-wracking. I don't like it.
I'm ignorant. I foul him immediately. As soon as you touch the ball, I'm fouling. Left and
in the corner. Oh! You fouled him?
Foul. Yep.
On the three? Mm-hmm. Oh, he gotta make all them shits.
And it's Michael Conley.
My God.
Yeah, he's not for the mix. It's going overtime.
This is why I don't watch basketball, because it's too ticky-tacky. I don't like that. Football, I knock your ass out. And so
you
definitely fouled him, Anthony.
You stepped in his landing zone.
And then you pushed him out the way. Like, what the fuck?
You fouled him.
You did. This is why your ass be injured, because you be doing some stupid shit. Lee said, why does Kevin Hart's alcohol sound like he copied off the Rock's homework and mixed up the couple letters?
Damn.
He probably did.
Ma'am.
What's the original about Kevin Hart?
Stop. Don't start.
I know what's original about Kevin Hart. The talent of his wife. Ex-wife.
Sir, we not going there.
Tori has nothing to do with this. Leave Tori out of it.
This is Kevin Hart's tequila. I don't understand why they focusing specifically on tequila. I'm very confused by that. But this is his tequila. His tequila is called Gran Coramino. Then the Cristalino is the Blanco. The Añejo is obviously the darker one. And then there should be a Reposado.
Going overtime.
Damn, he made all three of them.
I told you want to miss all this. This Michael Conley, you're not missing these damn free throws.
Damn.
I will not stop until I get my Reign endorsement deal.
So the Añejo, it does not look like the Rock's alcohol, actually.
No, I like that bottle design. It's very classic.
This bottle is a lot more intricate. It has a lot more design. The Rock's is very simplistic. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. It looked like a typical tequila bottle. All right, so hold on. The Terramana bottles are very simplistic. There's no real design to his bottles.
And a label.
Mm-hmm.
He said, there y'all go. Have fun.
Honestly, I'm okay with that because it's not too grandstandy. It's about the liquor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the aesthetic of it. But I do like Bruno Mars's alcohol bottles because I have his chocolate rum. I wanted the tropical one, but they never have the shit in stock.
Is Bruno Mars.
Daddy said there's any more tissue, babe.
Oh shit.
Oh, y'all want to hear something funny? Not to distract from this conversation completely, but when I was applying for the jobs, I saw the first listing that popped up was the one for my current job that I have now. And you know what they listed under their Indeed post?
What?
They said urgently hiring.
Oh,
Yeah,
they serious.
yeah. Be like
They
that.
need help.
What's the
I
pay?
was talking to my mother about it. She was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad they haven't been doing layoffs." And I'm like, "They can't afford to."
Oh,
I was like, "They do layoffs. They're not gonna have no people."
They do work from home. I'll apply. Shit.
okay.
They, from what I understand, they're starting to force people to start coming back on site.
Oh, never
Of
mind.
course, because you can do what
I
you want to
know
at home.
the SCAs all got for deposits all got forced to go back on site, and the ones who wanted to continue working from home got demoted back to regular agents.
I'll be mad as hell.
I wouldn't because I'm still working at home. Fuck y'all. So this is the one I bought. That's the chocolate rum because that's the one I had available. It smells like Tootsie Rolls, tastes like chocolate with alcohol, basically.
I want to try
Ooh,
uh
we're
um
bringing that to Mania weekend.
a
I'm not.
chocolate raspberry cheesecake.
This one is good. I feel like it'd be really good in chocolate cake or in like a chocolate mousse.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Y'all are
one I
making
was
me
looking
hungry, and
for.
I've barely eaten all day. Y'all need to stop.
Fucking fault
I
is
was
that?
looking for the coconut rum, but they never have it in stock. It sells out really fast. And I was looking for the owner's reserve, but that shit is expensive. Like the owner's reserve is hella pricey. It's $207.99
Good God.
for one bottle of rum. It's
Every three
so
pills,
expensive.
I drink it.
And I was like, Jesus. But I want to order the coconut one because I can't get it in my state because they never have it in fucking stock. See, it's only $35. Now that's how much the Silver Ray costs, and you see how the bottle looks for the Silver Ray. This is for rum though, and for the Grand Coromino, which is Kevin Hart's tequila, it's $89 for the cost for that size bottle that he has for this coconut rum. It's $89 for that tequila, and I was just like you cool and everything, but I'm not like that hard up to pay $89 for some tequila. The chocolate one is really good. I really, really like it. I was very surprised at how smooth it was. It was really, really good. But you gotta like the taste of alcohol in order to be able to drink that. But that chocolate flavor is very strong. Like I don't think that would do like really, really good in like a hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to make that into a hot chocolate that had a little extra something, something in it, that chocolate rum would be perfect in there.
That's what that hot chocolate from the Polar Express had in it.
Okay. In a motherfucking way.
Shut
The way
up.
that one child just passed out, he said,
That whole motherfucking trip. Sleep.
okay. You didn't
I'm
even
like,
see
we
Santa.
was
You were
all
stuck in
lost
the
on the
train.
ice.
Sleep.
We was off the tracks. What the
Mhm.
fuck happened?
Mm.
Damn.
They said, bitch, we saw Santa. And he said, we saw Santa.
Did we really? I don't know. Y'all sound like there's a whole lot going on. See what happened. Like the last thing I remember, getting my hot chocolate, getting my food. Next thing you know, I was out like a light.
Right.
Shit, y'all can have. I'm going to bed.
Oh,
He didn't even get a bell.
Child, it's okay. Did you punch my ticket though? Oh, okay.
period.
That's all that matters.
And when he punched the ticket, it's going to say sleep.
Sleep. Yeah, what the fuck? You goddamn motherfucking right. I was asleep.
That reminds me of what we were sending in the group chat, like the Facebook game of like, what kind of cat are you? And that was just a cat just sleeping.
I was like, that's accurate.
That shit had me hollering because it wasn't like just a cat sleeping. It was like sitting up with its head back. I was like, oh my god.
And that
That sounds about right.
was me a couple weeks ago when I popped some 12 leaf pills and decided I wanted to go smoke afterwards.
Mm.
I was like, why I do that knowing I just popped these 2 pills?
Child.
I was like, let me hear about I don't know how I made it to my bed. It was such a drag.
You was levitating. You was floating.
And say I know I hit them, turn my fan on, both my fans on.
Baby, he got to have
Yeah.
that fan.
Yeah,
Without that fan, baby.
it was 27 degrees. No, it was 47 degrees the other day. My fan was still going around.
That fan is tired of you. Okay.
I said, please, please.
Cause I
Turn
was like,
it
well,
off.
it's not on. I can't breathe. And I just staring from my room just being hot. I was just like, oh my god, I
You
can't.
know what? I didn't turn our fan on. That thing be clicking and clowing at night.
Oh my god, it probably sounds like the Mazda when it was breaking down.
Jeez.
Yep.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Just vibrating, shaking. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Just
I still don't know why it's doing that. I'm like, it's standing up straight. The face of it is up straight. It's not wobbly. It's not on something that would make it like be off kilter. It's fine. So I'm just like,
maybe she just likes to sway.
no, fuck that shit.
Now I like to sway.
I mean, when the marimba rimbas were no, what's when
Randy
the
said she got
marimba
hers
rhythm
on
starts to
too.
play.
Swing,
Well,
swing.
it's hot. Like it's like it was like what was the degrees in here today? It went up to like 50 something today, and my daddy anemic, so he had this thing on, so it was 70 something, 75, 76 in our house. It's 61 degrees right now.
Supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow.
And it's supposed
like
to
75.
75 tomorrow.
Child, I'm jealous. It's been cool here.
And it's supposed to get no lower than 63 until next Monday, which is gonna drop to 48, which means it's gonna be niggas sick than a dog.
Hell no.
Cause they always do that. And you know what's strange about living here is the palm color palette people be out, and as soon as that sun peek through the clouds, they got on flip flops and shorts. It could be 40 fucking degrees outside.
I seen that shit in the airport. Numerous.
I don't understand white people's fascination with flip flops. Cover your fucking toes. No one wants to see you.
You just have an issue.
I don't care about wearing flip flops when it's appropriate to wear the flip flops, but when it is like mounds of snow outside.
Places for flip flops is the pool and the beach. Anything else is unacceptable.
First of all, don't tell me what the fuck I can wear outside on my damn feet.
Okay.
Shit. If I want to put on some flops, then goddamn it, I'm wearing some fucking flops.
I want to have my toes done. I will.
It's wrong.
Well, you gonna get a rude awakening fucking with me.
Just because you want to walk around in 90-degree weather with some socks and gym shoes on them, and everybody
smelling like goddamn corn chips and ass.
Some people feel like to breathe.
We like to breathe.
Well, they can breathe at home.
No.
They can breathe at home in your backyard.
No.
You don't get enough telling people what to do.
Okay.
It's called mind business.
Worry about me.
Disturbing.
I wear flip flops often, especially in the summer. That's quick. Slide them damn things on, baby.
Okay.
Right. I'm not finna put on no whole goddamn pair of sneakers so my feet can sweat and it's hot. It's hot outside.
So I can't stand the southern heat.
Rico, just because you got a thing about feet don't mean everybody else do.
It's disturbing.
Boy, you got feet.
It's disturbing.
Hell, you got feet. That's what your feet supposed. You supposed to have your feet out. Hell, you be sitting at home with no socks on.
When I'm at home, I don't got socks on, but when I go out, I'm wearing shoes.
What is wrong with you? Is this a thing for you?
What you mean is a thing for me? No, I just don't. Feet are gross. I don't want to see them.
You can continue to be weird if you want to, but the rest of are going to use our common sense, and
I'm going to wear flip-flops.
we're going to actively work on our homeostasis instead of walking around burning the fuck up like a clown. Now let's go to the next subject.
It's upset.
So he keep talking about I wear my socks. Okay, you could wear your socks and your gym shoes, and you could be hot as fuck outside while it's 102 degrees.
I don't have no problem with that, but like, and I'm not the type of person that'll just go outside with rusty feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I put a little Earl on there and some lotion, so they look presentable. Unless I go get a pedicure and get the whole, gel polish and everything else. But
now, if you got slave feet, you could walk out with your sandals, but your sandals need to be followed by socks too. Now, we definitely don't want to see your slave feet out here.
This nigga said, if you got slave feet.
No, because when you see slave feet,
socks.
Oh,
your feet look like they didn't had a hard life. Put some socks on that shit. I don't care how comfortable you feel. We don't want to. That's the public disturbance.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
He's so damn stupid.
That shit is disgusting. Man. You need to. I'm like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why? Because your feet look like they fucking hurt. Shit. God damn.
Them damn feet.
Look
there
like
ain't no way you all right with all of that shit on your feet, baby.
Okay. You don't feel that?
All their life they had to fight.
Literally.
Brandy said, I ain't trying to see your chain gang feet.
No, like for real. Put them bitches up.
Brandy ain't shit. Now be careful, Brandy get a little liquor in and you're gonna see some titties messing with her, so
okay. Not just one.
Calm down.
Don't play with me because I'd be like Paige on Total Bellas with Bree.
Oh shit.
Let's lick her up. Let's take another shot. Let's take another shot.
No.
Woo! We're having fun.
Just the hype master.
And me, I know how to filter out my drinks, so you can catch me slipping.
Oh, and you missed it.
Which said, please don't jump on your toes if you prone it. Okay?
But he missed it.
Basically, if your shit fucked up,
where was the foul at?
Keep that shit under.
When he caught the rebound, he had to follow to stop the clock.
There ain't no damn foul. You motherfuckers cheating.
Because if he did, you look at the clock out. That was the end of the game.
Jerry, he barely had a chance to get over there to touch him. He was on this side of him, had his hands right here, and was grabbing at the ball. They be getting on my nerves. That's why I don't like this fucking game.
Or did the Lakers call a timeout?
It looked like the Lakers called a timeout.
Ooh, Tiff's so invested.
No, I don't do that. See, what thing is, I'd be like, take this. He'd be like, no. I'm like, take this fucking shot.
Now, see, he ain't gonna be yelling at me because I'll leave. Like, nigga, first of all, call it that motherfucking dog, okay? You drink it. You drink the poison. Don't be talking to me crazy. You drink it.
Child. Now, I do give y'all somewhat full permission to kind of bring me down because alcohol is, like I said, are real. In full time, I could know that you won't be saying nothing crazy to me, but it just won't register like that.
I can't.
So all you gotta say is calm your stupid ass down. And I'd be like, all right. You right.
Not you right.
Because sometimes you just gotta hear that common sense. Because my auntie did to me on Christmas. She was like, boy, you getting fucked up. I said, what? She was like, I just said you getting fucked up. I said, oh, okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Child, that shit was taking me over, and I knew she ain't saying nothing crazy to me, but I just couldn't. I couldn't let it slap off like that.
I can't with you.
I was like, this girl got me fucked up. Maybe because I was mixing alcohol at that time.
Mm.
We had some brandy eggnog going on. Yeah, I was drinking my rain with some wine coolers. It was a lot going on that day.
Oh, that was a lot.
Yeah. Don't regret it though. I'll do it all again.
Now I want eggnog.
Do not regret it one bit.
I'm sure you don't.
Because
Messy
bitch, they
ass.
had the Hennessy.
So the Lakers gonna win, huh?
Looking that way.
No, cause fuck them, Jared. I hope, I hope Memphis rock their ass.
We
Tiffany's so invested in this basketball game.
I love
basketball
LeBron,
games are
but
good.
Jesus Christ.
Did they do a home run?
Wrong sport, but
Okay, no, that's
Touch.
not.
did they
No,
shoot it? I don't know all the calls, but I do know a layup, a 3-point.
that is correct. That is correct.
Prize one. They used to call my ass in
He
school.
said, did they do a home run? No, babe. That's a sport I do
They
not
did a
like.
touchdown.
You played
No.
basketball in elementary. They was call me. They were like travel. I was like, God damn, I can't take 2 steps more with the
I'm
ball.
like Rob Lowe.
They be like, no, you only allowed to take 2 when you got the ball. I said, this is some bullshit.
And it got to be constantly dribbled.
Who was Schroeder
Like,
playing
what
for
if I want my
before he
head
got
rest?
to LA?
Okay, I'm like, sometimes I can't think that fast.
That's who it
Right.
was. We used to see him
Fast like that.
every year.
Yeah, he was there when LeBron.
Think fast. You throw that ball, I ain't gonna catch it.
Who is this
No,
light
I'll
skinned
catch
boy they
the
keep showing with the
ball right
locks?
now.
Right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
somebody they
Russell.
traded for.
Mm-hmm.
They traded him.
They drafted him because they drafted him.
Yeah, but he was on a
somebody
different
it
team.
was deep against me real. I'm like, you do know this is just a in
Was
school.
he a part of that trade with Russell?
Back your stupid ass.
Russell, Michael.
It's funny because in high school, people would go to throw things at me and be like, "Oh, catch!" And I would just tell them, I'm like, I don't catch things, and they throw it anyway, and then be mad when it hit the floor. And I'm like, I just told you, I don't catch things.
Utah.
No, I'm competitive.
I'm like, you can bring it to me. You can use your legs and bring it to me. We don't need to throw things. We're
I'm
also civilized here.
competitive, so I was ready to win for floor hockey. Although my teams never won, sometimes at that point I just stopped giving a fuck. Then they put me on goal. I was like, I don't think you want to put me on goal. And it's like, why? Because I'm not gonna catch that shit.
Now, I will say, when I was in
Y'all gonna be mad.
soccer, I bodied that
Don't
shit.
go.
That was my calling. I missed it.
I said I can sling it in the goal, but do not put me on goal. I'm not a goalie. I'm not diving to stop no puck, and that shit will slide right past me. He's like, is there anything that you do besides run my mouth? No. I
Sit
just told you
still,
what I can
look
do.
pretty.
I'm like, I can't sit my ass down, but I don't feel like taking no F, so let's do this.
Yeah, when I was in soccer, I was ruthless.
Yeah, that seems to be a Hispanic thing.
Well, against Memphis.
Fingers.
That's in your blood. Now,
When I tell you, if I would have continued with soccer, I probably would have been a bigger bitch.
if dodgeball was not stripping down to kitty like it is today, I'd be a beast.
Imagine if dodgeball was like a recognized sport.
They ain't got soft because the kids they don't like getting hit with the rubber ball. Who get
No,
who
I mean,
get
like if
no
there was
ass?
like actual like a professional league of just dodgeball, that would be
It
like
is.
hilarious.
It's a professional league for everything. You don't know that?
It's a professional dodgeball league.
It's
Oh my
professional
god,
frisbee.
it's like people who take bowling seriously.
They put it on
Whoa,
ESPN.
whoa! Hold the fuck up, cause my grandma got trophies for bowling, so I need you to calm that goofy down.
Good for her, I guess. I mean,
Hold on, wait a minute, cause you ain't gonna do shit. Reed, Darlene Smith, Bam, come on,
Relax.
cause baby, my grandma was bowling out here 300s. Okay, bowling is a sport for real. Just cause you can't bowl,
I can bowl.
just shut
I
your.
just don't think it's that serious.
It is serious.
Okay.
Bowling
Disrespectful.
here. Okay, he ain't see me, disrespecting soccer like that.
Right?
Yes, y'all do.
No, we do
No,
not.
we don't. I haven't
Y'all,
said a
every time I
word.
bring up soccer, y'all be like, "That sport is the most boring. I hate watching soccer." Fuck
We
I
that.
don't
never
like watching
said that.
soccer, but I don't like watching it
We've
because
never
it's a
said that.
massive field. It's huge. It's exhausting to look at. I can imagine what it feels like to run on that thing.
And then to play 90 plus minutes and not score a goal.
But I respect the people who do it because you gotta have hella
Soccer was
stamina.
You only do 3 substitutions per match.
It's a hard sport to play, but for me to sit and watch it, I feel I'm exhausted watching it.
I've never
I
said
love
soccer was boring.
It was very intense, and it matched my energy.
I have never in my life said soccer was boring.
I have. I can admit that. I have.
Maybe I said it wasn't for me.
I have said it wasn't for me, but I did.
I
I
just
ain't
remember
never
there was
said it.
one day in the group chat where it was Tiff, Alexis, and I think maybe Nicole who were all like, soccer no.
So you've been placing your anger on somebody else.
Well, I'm pretty sure you joined in at some point.
No, I'll
so
never.
You were guilty by association.
No, I've never said soccer is boring a day of my life, so that's how I
That
know
was
I didn't
me.
say it.
I definitely can admit that because I was bored.
Now, if you said baseball, hell yeah, I played baseball. That shit boring as fuck. I was
baseball is hella boring.
I told Don this. I met dudes in high school who were like baseball players, and they were weird.
Yeah,
all of them. They was weirdos. They was like, it's not a sport, it's
nerds.
a science, and I'm like, sure it is.
It really is, honestly. You have to know when to hit that ball and how fast and shit. It's too much going on, which is why I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't understand how there's so many fucking innings.
I don't like it because it's slow and it's boring. There's not enough. There's not enough going on.
You have to be truly dedicated because they get paid so much fucking money to be.
And I hate it because AJ watches all of them. Oh
That's what the heteros do.
However,
they bought Hulu Live just so that they can watch all the sports. I walked downstairs one day, and y'all know what these motherfuckers was doing? They had 3 different sports games playing on the same TV at once.
That's kind of smart.
They had basketball, golf, and something else playing. I think it was Formula 1 or something.
Now, moving forward, we're not going to disrespect bowling like that ever again.
What's that all the fucking
time? I mean, bowling's fun. I'm not disrespecting it. I was just like...
You did.
I was, yeah. You know what? I'm going to take it back.
Disrespecting it. We're going to have to not disrespect bowling.
Oh, we lost Tiff.
I'm sure she'll be back. This is her show.
All right, y'all. Me and Don are temporary co-hosts right now. Ask your questions.
That was quick.
Oh, she back. Never mind.
Frisbee. Yeah, they
Frisbee
got
golf.
Ultimate Frisbee. I've seen Ultimate Frisbee. That shit gets wild.
Ultimate Frisbee is fun.
They be really into it. They be throwing the fuck out that Frisbee.
We going bowling with my high school class sometime in, was it June, July?
May or June, what up?
Yeah, we supposed to be going to this place called Spins Bowl.
I love to bowl. So much fun. But then the next day, my arm be sore as hell.
That's because you be doing too much.
Yes, I play to win.
Clearly.
Yes,
we can see that.
I play to win. My sister, I was mad because my sister was bowling and she was hitting strikes. I'm like, the bitch not even using the bumpers. I said, turn that shit off. Said, no, I need it. And my guy, I said, you don't need guidelines if you ain't hitting it. Turn it off.
Ain't shit.
And she was still hitting strikes. I said, look at you. You winning. Until I fuck your hand up.
I can't with you.
That reminds me of that episode of Bones where they were investigating that one dude on the bowling team who died.
Jesus. That took a turn.
Wow.
Well, Bones was a fun show. despite it revolving around death and murder.
Yeah, my sister watched it. She got hooked when we ain't had no cable.
I love Bones.
Oh,
That's a
that's a good show.
dark
It's a
time to
good
watch.
show. I resonate so much with Temperance as an adult.
Didn't watch it.
She's mm, she's an acquired taste. I will say
So
that.
is he.
She definitely is an acquired taste. She's not
She
terrible.
is
She's
for the
just an
boys
acquired
belief
taste.
system.
Well, her thing is like logical is the only thing that she goes by. Like anything that's logical, that's what she sticks with. If it's outside of that, Temperance don't know nothing about it, and she ain't trying to figure it out either.
My favorite scene of hers was when Zach was trying to fist bump her and she didn't know what it was.
Poor Temperance.
He just like put his fist up and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "You're supposed to bump my fist." She's like, "Why?"
Poor baby.
She just was not confused. That's like, "You go ahead, girl."
Mm,
It's a good show.
I loved it.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't think
I,
it'll be Don's speed because Don need a lot of mess. And
yeah. Although
while
Bones
Bones
did
is
get
more of
messy.
a murder mystery type of show, it ain't got enough backbiting and mess for Don to be focused.
No, that's why I don't. I've never like watched Criminal Minds or SUV and shit like that. I
I
just
can't
it,
watch
SVU.
Special Victims Unit. I can't watch that after a while. The rapes and all that kind of shit, it really gets under my skin, and I have to take a break. I
yeah.
haven't
My
watched.
cousin, he used to sit there and watch. I'm like, you just gonna keep watching this shit? So I'm
I
like, look,
watch. I can watch a show about murder.
Right.
but it
When it
got
Like I can
gets
I
drama.
can
to
do NCIS. I can do
yeah,
Bones.
I can do
I
stuff
can do
like that.
Rizzoli and
But like
Isles.
when
I
you're,
can do
oh, I
none of
love Rizzoli and Isles. I
I
love
love.
Rizzoli
I'm
and
so
Isles.
mad they took him off of Hulu.
Yeah, but when you're talking about like when you're talking about rapes and shit, that shit gets to me really really bad. Especially when they do the episodes when the males get raped because those are the hardest ones because of how the victims don't want to tell anybody and it's worse for them and I don't mean to marginalize it because rape is rape
No,
but
it is.
they
It's a lot worse.
they feel emasculated and that just breaks my heart. I can't take that. So I don't watch it. My mother watches all of them. Every Law and Order. She watches every version of FBI they have on CBS. She's watching SWAT team. They have like anything that have to do with crime dramas or anything that have to do with like family dramas and it's got like a criminal element in it. My mother is on it. Like she watches Yellowstone religiously. My sister watches it. I don't watch the show. It's too much going on. I be like, y'all got
Not
too much going
Yellowstone.
on. And I be wanting motherfuckers to get got right then. I can't wait for no 5 episodes for the motherfucker to die. I need him to go today.
Child.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Now Yellowstone might be something Don can get into because there's a lot of shit going on in there. People,
That show's too straight for me.
it's a lot, but it's got like you got the brother that killed his wife's brother and they sleeping. He's sleeping with somebody else's sister. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, that sounds like power.
And you 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 watching it and you like which one is which? What is happening? There was a scene my mother was watching and I went to the bathroom and I happened to walk past her room and I stopped and this lady walked in this store because there was a Native American woman that was being harassed by the one of the workers behind the counter and she took a ring and made it look like this girl stole this ring, had her stripped down in front of the officer, in front of everybody in the store, take off all her clothes. She was completely in her underwear and bra, and she then put the ring in one of her jackets while the girl was taking off her clothes and was like, see, she stole the ring and she was getting ready to go to jail. So this white woman, that's her sister-in-law, came into the store and they didn't arrest her because her father owned half the town. So the white lady was like, "Y'all not taking my sister-in-law to jail. You need to go about your business." So the cops left, and she made that cashier strip down, take off all her clothes. She started berating her, told her hair was bleached funny. She needed to find a better hairstylist. She said she got on grandma panties. She tore her ass up in that store. And I was just like, "Mom, what is this?" She said, "Oh, this is Yellowstone." I'm like, "This is a show about Kevin Costner with the ranch? What the fuck is going on?" They got a lot of shit going on that show. That's a show that I think Don could actually get into. But something like Bones or something like that, he not gonna like it. It ain't got enough mess in it. It got a little bit. Cause eventually Temperance ended up marrying Booth. But before that, Booth had slept with Cam. They had a little relationship. So it's got a little bit of messiness in there. After a while, that part dies down and they focus more on the cases. There's a little messiness with the other two characters. What was their names?
Hodgins and Angela.
Because they end up getting married and getting together, but she's very much a free spirit, and he just wants to settle down, and she doesn't. And she was bisexual, I think.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, so she had a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend he had to deal with. She had the black dude that she was with. I just was real intimidated by him, but given the fact
Oh
that
yeah, she like got married to him when she was like off of like some like
yeah, and then he showed back up and she never got the divorce, I don't think.
She did. She
She
did.
ended up getting divorced later.
Yeah, because she wanted to, test drive, which I don't blame her.
They slept together again before he left.
As she should.
It was a mess.
She said, "Before you leave for the airport, come get you some."
I was flipping through the channels, then flipped to Bones and saw a dead body skeleton, still bloody, like dried up blood in a tunnel. And I was like, "Oh no, I can't." That stuff I can watch. That doesn't bother me. Which is weird, but it doesn't. That doesn't bother me. I can like CSI kind of desensitized me to that. When CSI was first coming on, like they showed everything. They showed the coroner opening up the chest. You can
They
see
sure
him
did.
pulling out the rib cages. Like that was severely desensitizing. My father would hate. He hated watching CSI because they would always do that, and that's one of the reasons why he told us he don't want to be had no autopsy. He said, "Whatever happened to me, happened to me. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it." I'm like, "Daddy, we need to know what happened." He was like, "Y'all cut on me, I'm gonna haunt the shit out your ass." So
I remember because I grew up watching like NCIS, and I remember in middle school I was like, "I want to do the autopsies," and my mother was like, "No, you don't." It was like a legit idea that got planted in my head. I like for like 3 years, the entirety of middle school. I was like, "This is what I want to do," and my mother was like, "No, you don't realize it now, but you don't want that." And she was right. Too much schooling, way too much.
I used to love watching those shows. I still do. I'll go back and watch CSI. I liked CSI Miami because even though it was like the others, it was still more focused on the cases. It wasn't as dramatic as CSI was. And I like CSI New York. And I like the original CSI. I liked each one of them for different reasons. But when it come to that Law and Order SVU and shit, because they focus specifically on sex crimes, them cases be taking me out. I hate them cases. I hate them. After a while, I just can't watch that, and I'll stop watching it. I'm like, no, I haven't watched one of those shows like fully watched a full season in years. I haven't watched it in years. But anyways, I'm going on 3 hours, so I'll be back tomorrow, and we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about tomorrow. Sir, here you go popping. He gotta pop the loudest.
Absolutely.
He got to pop the loudest. I could tell that Cam was too much for Steely.
Was she?
I don't know about that.
She was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that Cam is Booth just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
And I always thought he should have been with Temperance in the first place. And it took him and her having a one night thing and her getting pregnant for them to see that they actually really loved each other.
Took 7 fucking seasons.
Yeah, because she didn't even believe in love. She was like, I don't believe in love. Love isn't real. And she would say that shit with so much conviction. I was like, bitch.
I loved how deadpan she was. I was like, okay, girl.
She was like, no, we're not doing that. Or she would completely just sidestep, like, okay, anyway. I'd be like, you know what?
My favorite thing was whenever she would like, she'd be like mid conversation and be like, oh, I know who the killer is, and then just walk away.
Just leave.
Right. She'd just be like, I know what happened, and just leave. And I was like, you know what? I respect it. Because I'd be doing that shit too.
Get on my damn nerves.
I'd be doing that shit too. I was like, oh, I know. And then I just walk to the other room.
Nobody's filing anything, Aaliyah. My fan is going, and it may sound like it because the blades are really choppy, but it's just loud in here. That's all.
Oh, I thought you was doing your nails.
No, it's a fucking fan. I told y'all that fan. I gotta get a new one. Tiff, do you be watching 911? No, I hate that show.
No, she hates that show because
I hate it so much because it's always on the edge. Like there's always some shit going on 911. I can't fucking do it. I will lose my shit watching that show. My mother watches it, and I remember watching it with her one time, and I was literally on edge. I had heart palpitations. I said, I can't fucking do this. Like it's always something. Somebody always getting hurt or dying. Like one time they had a whole blackout scenario. That gave me anxiety because in Cleveland we had a blackout for like 3 days. Scared the living shit out of me. Okay. You have to remember, we lived on the edge of the hood and it was dark. Motherfuckers get robbed for less. Okay. I hate it. I hate it so much. But my mom swear by it. 911, Lone Star. She love that shit. I was like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm not watching that fucking show.
Because she got fire in her heart, and her heart burns orange.
Ooh, they tearing Shaq up on NBA TV. Hey, baby. Shaq used the word demantalization, and it's not a word. So they made... So they put it on Urban Dictionary, and then they said that this word is not real. And they on Twitter tearing his ass up. Oh my God, that's fucking funny. Oh shit. Anyways, y'all listen. The podcast is up. It's been up for the last week or so. Y'all go over there and listen to the 2 episodes that are up. Tomorrow is Pop Culture Wednesday for the KTT, so all of the pop culture stuff is going to be up there. I'm going to finish out this conversation about the SWB and Escape on there, and I'm also going to put up some new Red Rum story stuff, which I'm going to record tonight after I get done with this. And there's going to be, I think I'm going to do an Am I the Asshole Friday. I'm going to switch it from Thursdays to Fridays. It'll be up there. But y'all go ahead and listen to it. And if you want, I appreciate it. And like I said, when you head over there to Spotify and listen to the KTT, please do your girl a solid and share the video or share the podcast. Give it a hard listen. And then, tell your friends and people about it. And make sure you comment under the comment section on Spotify asking what you thought about the episode. If you want me to change things, I will change things. If you want me to add another episode for the week, I'll do that. If you want to, change up what the conversation is about, I will do that. So just let me know and I'll make sure to add those changes in. I will see you guys tomorrow for Freestyle Wednesday. Okay. and I will be back. It looks like Donnie's going to be gone, so I am going to see you guys tomorrow. We can have more conversations about TV shows, music, or what have you, and we'll do a new tier list tomorrow. Because the girls love the tier list, okay? Y'all have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.